Hello, everybody, and welcome to ReelTok episode 69.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
We got a packed episode today. Of course, first and foremost, make sure to cast your ballot for the ReelTok Awards. We are still collecting votes for that. It'll be obviously our next episode. ReelTok episode 70 is going to be our award show. Still collecting votes. Last time I checked, we're over like 2,000 votes. So let's keep those flowing in. It's going to be awesome getting everyone's opinions and voices heard in our award show.
What was our number last year again?
1,300. I think it was
1,300. Yeah, something like that. So we're definitely way over that, but you still have time. We're collecting votes up until like Friday night. So you have this whole week. If you listen to this, place your votes. The ballot, of course, is in the description down below. Then today we have some reviews. Society of the Snow is kind of the big one. And then Cam and I will kind of touch on Good Grief as well. Not a massive week for new releases, but Society of the Snow we'll be touching on. We're going to do a draft of the best movie character names of all time. Cam and I did a fun movie grid trivia for our Real Quick on Thursday and kind of mentioned that the Real Quick draft we were going to do, since it was just us two on the Real Quick on Thursday, we're going to push to the main episode. So best movie character names of all time. And then we're going to kind of do a 2023 wrap up. So obviously next week's our award show, but still today we're going to talk about best movies of the year. And we're going to do it in the form of a draft. We're also going to build our perfect 2023 movie. So kind of a draft format, but selecting director, lead actress, supporting actress, cinematography, and score. It's kind of a fun way in a draft format to just kind of give put a bow on 2023 and our favorite performances and things of the year as we look forward into 2024. And then, of course, movie news, trailers, etc. So, fun episode today. Let's go ahead and jump right in. First, how have you been doing? George, going to kick it off with you, obviously. Big news for last week. I'll kick it over to you. Go ahead and start us off.
Yeah, I mean, I had shit week, post-chemo week, which is now just news out in the public. So, just ass week of recovery and stuff like that. Came back to the city on Thursday. You guys obviously know I was home a lot over the last couple of weeks, over the last couple of months, actually. I was home a lot. But like now I'm back in the city full time for the most part. Now that chemo is over, thankfully, back in the city. So spent like the back half of the week with Victoria, and we're in a new apartment. So hopefully next week by the awards, the behind me will have like all of my posters, and I'll have like an actual like podcast setup. It won't just be like a bland wall.
You already moved?
Yeah, I remember your apartment hunting, but I think we totally missed it.
Where was this news? I don't remember any of this.
I wasn't really a part of it, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Fair. You didn't really say anything to us.
Yeah. I didn't even join in on moving day because that was also another post chemo week where I was just deceased. But yeah, we moved in early December, so we've been in this one for a month now.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy that we just didn't know.
Yeah, congrats.
Well, every podcast I've done since the start of chemo, I've done it at home. Like,
I mean, that's fair.
Long Island. Yeah. So I never like mentioned like, oh, this is why my background is bland. But
yeah,
do you prefer it?
What?
Do you prefer it?
The new apartment? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Over the other one.
It's bigger. It's a little more central. It's just a little closer to everything. It's much nicer.
Do you have like an office in this one again, or is it just a 1-bedroom and then kind of like a main area?
Yeah, 1 bedroom, and then I'm in like the main living room, kitchen area. So I got a small little corner here. So we'll see how much I could fit behind me. I'm hoping I can like move this back and give myself like more space, but I'll play around with it today when I start hanging shit up.
You could just do like a green screen behind you and put yourself like in like Hawaii or some shit.
Well, the thing is, yeah, that too. But I got like, so I'm in like a corner.
Yeah.
So like it's very odd, and like I don't know, I don't like the camera like centered on me. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that. It's never been like directly on me. It's always like to the side.
I don't think I do.
Yeah. So I don't know. I really got to play around with like. I have a lot of posters too, and now I have that massive Henry Cavill poster, which obviously is going right behind me.
That's awesome.
Oh, the Christmas one.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got to figure out. I really got to like play around with everything I have and like see. I was gonna do, Cam, at your old house you had like a shelf where you had like your Lego set, like that one small shelf. I was gonna maybe do that, like, and like put like a couple of the Legos and maybe like comic books and like make it like a really cool background, but I just don't think I have enough space here for that.
No, yeah, the old place was just like a couple floating shelves, and now I got this big thing behind me, which is very nice. But I don't know if I'll ever have this cleaned up to where it like looks good. Anyways,
I
it's
don't-
just like a
yeah.
trash center.
I don't think I'll have that until I have like my own actual house. And I have like a Tyler like specific office where like
That's fair.
everything is just his in that one place.
Yeah,
Because also I got to be mindful of Victoria. I can't just put
just take it
every
all,
sing-
man. She
I
doesn't
might-
care.
I might.
I asked her. She doesn't care.
I
It's
might. Just
just
I'm looking. My posters are out right there in front of me. I have a lot of stuff.
that's
Some of them
fair.
aren't even framed. Like I
don't
could do damage behind me.
None of my posters
yeah.
are framed.
That was my week. Just thank you to everyone who has reached out. My Instagram and Twitter DMs and TikTok mutuals who have DM'd me. They've been going crazy. So I'm trying to slowly respond to everyone. I really am. It's I know none of us are famous, but I promise you I've gotten like hundreds upon hundreds of messages over the last couple of days. So I am slowly trying to respond to everyone. But I do see your messages, and I do really thank you guys for reaching out. And yeah, that was my week.
Lovely.
Do you well, I know like when you're normally like feeling better, you usually work in the office. But does Victoria work remote too? Like, how does the work like in the new apartment? Like, how does the working situation
Yeah,
work?
so I mean, when I'm back, I plan on going. My first day back in the office officially to be January 15. So I'll have this 1 week of work from home. and
Isn't
then
that a holiday?
January 15th? Is it?
I have that day off work at
It's
least.
MLK Day. It's
Oh,
MLK
okay.
Day.
But then January 16th. That's even
Yeah,
cooler.
bonus day. There you
Yeah,
go.
nice. I didn't know that. But yeah, I'm in the office Monday through Friday. Victoria's in the office Tuesday and Tuesday and Wednesday. So it'll only overlap on the Friday, really, when I'm like fully back in the office. And in that case, we have an extra desk in our room, and then I'll be out here.
Nice.
Yeah, so it won't be terrible.
Well, we're of course happy to have you back. And
Thank you. And
our
thank
thoughts
you
have
guys.
been with you this whole time for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, obviously. You guys have been great. You guys have been supportive. You guys have been letting me do my thing and be flexible with the pod, obviously. So thank you guys.
Seth, how have you been this week? I mentioned when you first walked onto the pod, you had your espresso because you tweeted I think like earlier this week. You said you were so stoked to be making the adult move of shopping for a coffee machine. How's that been going? You just wired all the time with espresso?
Yeah, pretty much, man. I haven't because obviously you guys know I used to drink like Monster a lot. I haven't had a Monster in like 2 weeks now. Kind of crazy. Yeah, there you go. But I don't know. It's like when when you're getting old, when that's like the most excited thing, the most thrilling thing you can buy now is the coffee machine, which is so boring, But I like it. It's cool. I like this stage of life. Yeah, been really, really enjoying it. Good week. Very stressful, very busy. Kind of the first week back, obviously. After having like a week off over Christmas, was really, really busy. I had a lot of meetings, calls, stuff like that, but went well. I started my Lego journey this week.
Yeah, I saw you hated it.
No. So it's not that I hate it. It's just I have like really clumsy hands, and like when you're putting like an intricate piece on the end, I'll just end up like breaking it off, and it really annoys me. But I did like
Doug's
I did these
reply to
little
your
ones.
tweet where he was just like, "Dude, you just follow direction."
It's too hard. But I did like these little ones. Like I've got like Alan got me like it's like Gandalf and Balrog, and it's like the two little ones. And I was like, oh, let me just try these, see if I like them. And then I ordered Dobby last night, so I'm gonna do Dobby today.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
And then I think I'm gonna keep progressing. Like I went to get my mom's Christmas present with her the other day because she wanted me to we wanted to like go together and see whatever. And I ended up like stumbling past the Lego shop near me, and I saw like the Rivendell set they have, and like the Lord of the Rings, and they had like the Hogwarts shit. I mean, shit's fucking expensive, by the way. What
you and I went to a Lego store when I came to visit.
We
you.
did, but we didn't look at like I didn't look at many prices. I was just looking at like that big.
Yeah,
James
we were
Bond
looking at like
car
the
they had.
massive setups.
Yeah, like the stuff they were making, whatever for the presentation. But like, I was, the what's the ship called in Star Wars? What's the ship called?
The Millennium
Falcon.
Yeah. And it's
Isn't that
obviously
like
like
the most expensive one ever?
It's no, well that and the
Death Star.
No.
Yeah.
What are the walkers called?
AT-AT.
AT-ATs.
That was like I don't know.
Resident Star Wars knowledge ball knower
Yeah,
me.
that was like £750, probably what like $950 USD, which is like. But it would take you a while, that wouldn't it? Like that would how many pieces would you say that? It's got to be like a few thousand. That would take you a while. I don't know.
Definitely more than 100.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
more.
Definitely more than 100. Great. How
there's
long does it take you to build? Like Cam, how long did it take you to build that Iron Man in the back?
That's
I
not
don't know.
Lego.
I do Legos a lot, so it
Is that not
takes me,
Lego?
Not the
Yeah,
gauntlet.
not the
Oh, the
gauntlet.
Iron Man's a puzzle, isn't it?
The
Or is that
Iron-
Lego?
Oh, I
It's
thought it was
Lego,
Lego.
but it's like a
Oh.
different kind of Lego where like they're all just like little pieces. So you just have you
okay.
have like a picture, and then it's like little those I don't even know what to call them. They're like the little circular pieces.
The
So, like,
Yoda's Lego, isn't it?
yeah, that's all Lego. The Yoda and the R2.
And how long?
I don't know. It takes me like 5 hours probably.
And how many pieces is that?
We talked about it last week. It's what, like 2,000 pieces, I think.
That took you 5 hours. Jesus, man, I'm terrible at this shit.
Cam's just a
Crazy.
Lego legend. But yeah, like
No,
Riley got
because Cam, remember Tyler, we talked about it last week, and Cam was reading off like the store number, wasn't he? Like,
2,300.
2,300. Okay, that's still a lot.
That's still a lot, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got Riley the Hogwarts one, but she hasn't started it yet. But I got her these miniature things I was talking about. Like it's like this one is Ollivander's Magic Shop. It's like a scale
seen that
model, but it's like crazy how intricate those things are because there'll be like just a random bookshelf that'll go in the shop, and like every single book she'll like fold out of cardboard, like wrap around paper to like make like the bookcase. Like every single wand box, like she'll fold like a teeny tiny wand box, tons of like it's crazy. Like she'd spend like 5 hours and make something that's like the size of like your thumb, but like that alone was like 5 hours of like intricate. And I'm like, for me, I could never do something that small and intricate. Like I just get too.
I try it like I'm terrible at stuff, but like I just put a film on the background. Like yesterday, I was watching Heat playing Lego.
Yeah, it's
Man,
awesome.
I thought I was in heaven for like 3 hours. It's crazy.
It is.
Like, it was so. I'm gonna do Bobby
after
the
first one I ever did was the Infinity Gauntlet. And this was when I was living at home with my parents, so it was before it was when I had like my setup because I'm not gonna hang Legos in the apartment with Victoria. But I swear I did 10 Legos in the span of like 5 days at one point.
It's amazing.
Just like with films in the back, just
just
on the
put
TV.
a film
It's great.
on.
Really fun.
It's like therapy.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But that's pretty much it. You know, you guys, there's been no UFC for like over 3 weeks now, so I'm kind of like,
thank God.
I was gonna say I wish one of you guys watched tennis because the tennis season is back, and it's just I need someone.
You know, I go through my tennis phases. I'll probably pick it back up.
I'm waiting for you to text
Wimbledon?
me.
Is that the summer? That's the summer, isn't it?
When Wimbledon's in the summer. I got the
I'll watch
Australian Open
Wimbledon
in 7 days or 6 days now.
Who's the tennis star who's on The Bachelor now? I just saw like one commercial.
Andy Murray.
Is he?
No.
No,
There's some tennis star on The Bachelor, and he did the classic
no
corny like I'm a single looking for my doubles partner.
That's
Hell
yeah. I hated that.
It's awesome.
Cam, how's your week been? You had the week off, didn't you?
Yeah, it's been great. I had the week off. I love having the week off, but man, it just all week. I don't know. Holiday season, I just feel like I've missed so much work. So all week, I'm like anxious that like I've missed too much work.
Every day feels like a Sunday, don't you think? Like you're just
Yeah.
patiently waiting to go
The
back.
worst.
It's really weird. I hate it.
It was a really good week though. Spent a lot of time with Emma and Bailey, which is always great. Didn't do anything for New Year's, but honestly, that was awesome. Just not doing anything was so great. Last night we had a bunch of Emma's friends over, so I am just like struggling right now. I'm tired, but all good. Yeah, nothing crazy by any means this week. Like didn't have any like family events or anything. Like I feel like I always do. I guess Emma Bailey and I went on like a day trip. We went to like just a park, I don't know if I think it's a state park. I'm not 100% sure, but they have like a hotel in the state park that had like a kids pool basically with like a 1 foot section that had like, a splash park and stuff. So Bailey was good age for that, maybe a little older. I think everything we do with him right now is like he's a great age for it, but if he were a little older, he would really like it. So I'm excited for him to be a little bit older, but I think he enjoyed it. We did that for, like I said, just a day trip. But easy week otherwise. Very, very, just very tired right now. Watched a lot of movies, so that's always nice. Yeah. How about you, Tyler?
And TikTok. Been posting a lot on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm back. Who's back of the week?
Hell
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to. We'll see how it sustains next week when I'm back at work. Because I got too much stuff going on.
Yeah, valid. Yeah, that's the worst when you get like a lot of time off work. Like January 1st, it felt like just like the worst Sunday ever. Even though it was a Monday, it's just like you're just dreading going back the whole time.
Definitely.
But it's whatever. Back in the grind. Week hasn't been too bad. Been pretty busy, just getting stuff prepped for ReelTok Awards and just in general, just life. But nothing too much to complain about. Football is starting to wind down, which means like a lot of my time starts coming back because I so focused on football for like fandom reasons as well as posting a lot of content for Backseat Coach. But
when does the season?
So college football officially ends tomorrow. So on Monday, the national championship. Cam's team,
really?
Michigan, is in it.
Go Blue! It was almost an all-time sports year for me, Tyler. If the Colts didn't like suck ass, like
yeah,
Michigan,
it's been good overall because Bears kind of suck, but they get the first.
But they
pick,
get the first pick, so life is good. Michigan could win the national championship. Purdue basketball's looking great, and then Colts just suck. But just like a playoff appearance would have been nice. But
yeah, you had a good sports year. But yeah, college football wraps up tomorrow night, and then NFL playoffs start next week, which means there's like just a couple weeks left of the season. But in general, so many less games, which frees up so much more of my weekends. And this will be the first time since I think technically, honestly, this is the first time since like I was like ever that I've had a non like the off season of the NFL, so like the springtime that I haven't been in school because I've been in grad school over the past several years, was in college before that. So I really don't know what it's going to be like to have like free weekends with like no homework or studying or anything. Like I'm going to have a lot of time. I mean, just going to probably just knowing me, I'll just put that time back into TikTok and ReelTok and not give myself any freedom, but that's just my nature.
Your sports betting is going to skyrocket.
Got these fun little signs from Secret Santa for Christmas. So let's see if I can flip them correctly so the cameras get ReelTok.
Nice.
Podcast.
That was the other way.
Sick.
The other way.
Oh, for me, it's like mirrored.
Yeah,
so for this, is this the right way? This is
Now
backwards.
it's the
Okay,
right way.
ReelTok Podcast. And then
hell yeah.
got this one that like lights up. You can't really see the lights, but there's lights behind it. But this one's
wait, you're giving these or someone gave them to you?
No, I got these.
Oh shit,
that's kind of nice. Hell yeah!
Like, it wasn't that secret of a Santa because it was my dad. It was like our family. We like randomly draw, and like my dad had me, and he's like, "Should I get you these?" And they're from Amazon. And honestly, I didn't know how much to trust them because they were like $20 a pop, and it was like basically like, and it was the Amazon seller just like, tell us what you want it to say, and we'll make it say it. And I'm like, I feel like Amazon doesn't do a ton of like custom work, and then beyond that, like $20 seems a little dicey. But it was like it took like 3 weeks to come, but still, like I don't know. Check out Amazon if you want, because like $20 is not bad at all because those are like solid signs, and they're just basically like whatever you want to say, we'll make it say it. I'm like, yeah. I honestly, when I told them, I'm like, sure, give me those. I like didn't actually expect to ever see them because I was like, this just doesn't really seem like something that for $20 from Amazon will come, but they did. They're awesome. I still need to rearrange my backdrop a bit and get those hung up, but some sweet ReelTok Podcast signs to bring us into the new year. I'll get them hung up for the award show. But yeah, how about what have we been watching this week, George? I guess what have you been watching? The past couple weeks. What have you been ticking off your watch list or watching out of comfort?
I mean, it's I don't know. I'm always like a 50-50 split between rewatches and new watches. A lot of Star Wars lately, Cam.
Hell yeah.
A lot of stuff. I went in a weird order though. I watched. What did I do? I watched The Force Awakens, and then I went to A New Hope, Empire, and then I went to Revenge of the Sith.
No, that's the way God intended.
Yeah, and then I went to the Family Guy trilogy.
Hell yeah, that's so good, man. That's the best thing. Can you log those?
I did log.
Hell
well,
yeah.
Have you not logged them, Carl?
No, I got it now. That'd be honestly
I used to watch them all the time.
Dude, the first one, Blue Harvest, is actually like fucking hilarious.
Was that your first watch, George?
That was my first time.
Oh shit!
The best,
I used to love them.
Best joke in any Family Guy thing is in when it's like when they go to the cantina and they start playing the and they're like,
play the same song again.
Taking requests, play the same song. All right, same song. That man, that is.
Well, they're not rated that highly. I remember them being funny.
I'm about to give them all 5 out of 5. Like, these are my favorite things.
Yeah, they were way funnier than I thought they would be.
They're hilarious.
Honestly, Blue Harvest is rated 3.4. That's way higher than I expected.
I don't know. I just imagine. I remember the first one particularly being really funny. I don't remember the third one that much, to be honest.
No, when Luke pulls up to Leia and Leia's like, "Aren't you a little fat to be a stormtrooper?"
Oh.
And Luke's like, "Well, rotten hell, you stupid bitch."
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. Other than that, a lot of rewatches. Puss in Boots. My goal this year is to log Puss in Boots 150 times, or just every day.
Can you give it a 5-star, please? You watched it 89 times, George.
I know. I really should.
Yeah, I think at that point it's 5
Yesterday
stars.
was a heavy movie day. School of Rock, Mamma Mia, Here We Go
Christ.
Again, Heat, and then
Mamma Mia, Here We Go
Monsters.
Again is so much fucking better.
It is not better than the first one.
Wildly
It
better
is
than the
not
first.
better than
I
the
can't for the
first.
life of me convince Riley to watch with me. She's never seen the second. Mamma Mia, the first one's a 5-star first. She loves it more than anything, but she like loves it so much. She's like, I do not want to watch second. I don't
Tell
want to.
It's
her
good.
it'll
It's
change your
very
life.
good.
It's so much
I keep
better.
trying to tell her that, but she
It's
I
just-
can't get her to watch it.
It's
So much
not
better.
it's not the first though. I watched Gremlins for the first time, which I didn't know was like a kind of like a holiday movie, so I feel
Yeah.
stupid having watched it after the holidays. And then I watched the David Harbour Hellboy movie. I don't know why I did that to
Hell
myself.
yeah.
That was
Hell yeah.
Hellboy.
Bad movie.
that was horrendous.
Bad
movie. But yeah, other than that, nothing really. It was just a lot of. What was that? I don't know when the last time I was on the pod was. It had to be
Like,
before the holidays.
Probably
maybe.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Well,
2
3
weeks
weeks
ago.
maybe. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2
so-
weeks. 2 weeks.
Still a lot of holiday stuff. Like It's a Wonderful Life I watched.
Yeah.
Anyone But You I finally watched. Good movie. Definitely better than expected. A lot of the 4 and 4.5 stars are a little interesting. I don't think it's that good. But yeah, other than that, that's it really. Oh, I finally watched the new Hunger Games movie. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't like it that much.
Aw.
Yeah. I'm
I
sorry.
think I was the lowest on it, to be fair.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't. I gave it.
It's
a
fine.
It's no Hunger Games and it's no Catching Fire for sure.
Yeah,
No.
I thought it was like just
Better
super,
than
like-
Better than the
Yeah.
Mockingjays though.
Better than
Yeah.
the Mockingjays. Mockingjays are
I
mid.
thought it was just super okay.
Did you sing School of Rock when you watched it, George? Sing on the
I
song?
mean, dude, that final song is so good.
It's
and
amazing.
every time I watch it, I'm like, damn.
Do you know what my favorite part is? When she comes in and she has that singing solo.
Yeah, it has a
like-
solo,
and
and
then
she
and
belts
it
it out.
pans to the parents and they're like all happy. Gets me a bit teary. I love that scene. It's amazing.
Yeah, listen, that's a Linklater flick right there, man.
Yeah, true,
Mhm.
true,
He's
true, true.
so good.
Yeah,
I can't wait for you
King
guys.
of
I
Vibes.
really cannot wait for you guys to watch Hitman. I can't. Because
I can't wait either. I don't know
When
what
is
the hell
it
they're doing with it.
fucking? Oh, it's because who acquired it? Is it Netflix?
Netflix, but I don't know if like that deal got scrapped or whatever because now it's
Yeah,
going back to
'cause-
the festival.
Yeah,
circuit.
yeah.
It's
It's a really
weird.
weird one.
I hope it was honestly it was my favorite. It was my favorite theater experience of the film festival and like one of my favorites of the year. And it had my
Yeah.
favorite. It may be my favorite scene of the entire year. and-
Josiah had it 2 for the year, and it was the best film. He said he watched
yeah,
it.
I saw
BFI.
he has it like 5 for the decade, which I love.
He like I met him the day after, like when I went to that festival to meet him, and he just would not stop going about it. He said it was like amazing.
It's
and everyone
so
who I
good.
met who went to it said it was like amazing
It
as well.
is.
Everyone
It
loved
is so good. It is the funniest movie of the decade, probably. I shit you not. It was just hysterical.
He said
Glenn
that.
Powell is just amazing. I can't wait to watch it again whenever I'm allowed to.
Yeah, I'm excited for
Yeah.
that.
Glenn Powell. I mean, yeah, like a random quick aside about Anyone But You. Like, you know how normally it's like, oh, in the second week of the box office, it dropped like 50%. That's like normally like a good thing.
Yeah, I saw
This one's like the first movie, like I think like ever. I can't remember what the exact stat was. That like 3 consecutive weeks, like it goes up at the box office every time.
I'd
And
trailer
especially-
word of mouth.
Then it went up like 3%,
Yeah.
and then went up like 2% again, which like is just unheard of. Back-to-back weeks to like keep increasing. So
Crazy.
I think the trailers were just so bad, and like even if you don't love it, people are generally saying like it's way better than the trailers said. So I think the word of mouth has just been crazy.
It's just
on that
it's
one.
literally a word of
People
mouth.
just want to
definitely.
watch 2 hot people just have fun.
Be
for
hot.
2
They are
hours.
Yeah,
too
but
hot
the,
people.
you'd think that from the trailers too, though. But like the trailers are so bad. But I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, trailer, that's-
Seth, what have you been watching this week?
Yeah, I ticked off quite a few like best picture because I was doing like a video on them. So I watched Coda. I watched I watched Birdman.
You
I
watched
watched-
a ton of them.
I watched The Shape of Water. Shape of Water, I didn't. I actually liked a lot less than I was thinking. Just because I like
Same.
Guillermo del Toro a lot.
Dude, same with Birdman. You didn't like that?
3.5 Birdman's pretty good though.
I expected that to be. I don't know. I feel
Actually, to be
you
fair,
were
I got a lot of comments about that. I liked it.
You hated Green Book.
Yeah, fuck Green Book.
That's a good movie.
Did you like
I'm-
any of them that you watched? I think any of them got like above
Birdman.
3.5.
The
Or, like I mean, like
3.5
really
good.
liked. I don't know.
No, I liked. Oh, sorry. Well, I watched Phantom. No, Phantom Thread wasn't the best picture. No. So
Yeah,
Phantom Thread, I loved. I thought Phantom Thread was like
Phantom
amazing.
Thread's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I loved that. I watched Marriage Story as well. That was a 4. So I really like Marriage Story. I think.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Adam Driver is so fucking good, man. It's crazy. I mean, Scarlett
Have you
Johansson
seen
as well.
65? He's awesome. In it.
Dude,
Yeah,
he's
he's
sick
so
in
good in that.
movie.
Oh, yeah. 65 was great. I liked what's his name in Coda as well.
Troy Kotzer.
Troy Kotzer.
That's the one. Yeah, I really liked him. Coda's pretty good.
Coda's
like,
great. Yeah.
I didn't like love it, but I think they use the whole. It's very by the beat, but it still manages to like emotionally impact you. Like I didn't love it by any means, but I thought it was good.
Best
I
movie
watched
of the year.
3 films by Apichatpong Weerasthakul. Okay.
Never
That's
heard of
him,
him.
yeah. I know. So he's a Thai director who does he did a film with, I don't know if you've heard of it, George. I'm asking George, I feel like he would have heard of it. It's called Memoria. It's with Tilda Swinton. Have you heard of it, George?
No, I saw you log something with Tilda.
Yeah,
Swinton.
don't watch them because you'll hate them. Just a bit of piece of advice. And Cam, if you watch them, you'll hate them even more. But I really liked them. Yeah, and I watched 2 Francois Truffaut's, who's the same guy who obviously directed 400 Blows, which were great. And then I also watched Banshees of Inisherin. Don't know if you guys have seen that. It's actually really, really good.
I heard it did really well at the Oscars.
Yeah, it did.
The memes of not even memes. People are just posting like the screenshot of Banshee. Yeah,
the Safdie
Colin
brothers.
Farrell. Yeah, the Safdie.
I haven't even seen this.
I saw those too.
Those
Those were good.
like that's it. It's just the Safdie brothers. Just a bat screenshot.
Yeah, I saw those. Those were very funny.
Oh, because they fucking
Because
separated.
because they separated.
And I also watched
Spoilers
Heat.
for the news section. Jeez.
Yeah, Heat is the new ReelTok collection, isn't it, as well? Oh, and
Now, was that a rewatch for everyone?
It was but Tyler, I think, had it at 4.5.
I had it 4.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we all saw it before. Yeah.
Okay.
Shit, it's so fucking good. It's crazy, man.
It is so
That was
good.
I was only my 3rd watch because I only actually watched it the first time like a year and a half ago. It was actually my first ever written review on Letterboxd, which is, you know, when you look at your old reviews and you're like, that is so shit. It's crazy.
That's how I look at my new reviews, man.
Yeah,
dude, I wanted to make a resolution where every movie I watched would get like a paragraph review.
I just
or,
can't
like,
be bothered.
That's my goal for 2024 movies. That's what
I'd do like
said.
1 and 2
I'd
films.
review all 2024
Okay,
movies.
that might be a better goal. That might be a more
That's
realistic.
what it looked nice on my Letterboxd year wrap. There's like 737 movies logged, 737
737.
diary entries.
No, not even
I was proud of
like
that.
diary, and just like giving like a meaningful like review instead of like a shitty one.
I,
The
sentence,
problem is-
I waste my time with
which
way
I've
too
done
long
for every
reviews,
movie
but
this year so far. Every movie I've given just a shitty one sentence.
I feel like it makes you a
But,
better writer. Like,
do it-
I
do
look
it
back at my
for-
old, I look back at my
Yeah,
old ones. They're so cringe, but like I appreciate that I do it because over time you get so much better.
Yeah.
I like looking back at at the comparison between like my current ones, my old ones. 'Cause I'm not good now, but I'm fucking better than I was then.
Yeah.
So it's like the more you write,
I
the
saw
better you get.
God, second time I'm bringing up Doug in the podcast.
Fuck Doug.
Love
Bitch.
Doug. But no, Doug and Owen like tweeted a couple weeks back where they said that they deleted all of like their like 2020 and like
I saw that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
reviews
Yeah, I
because
saw
they
that.
didn't like the way they sounded. And I'm like, damn, like I kind of like looking back at my old reviews.
My old reviews are shit, but it's
They're
fun to
so
look back at.
ass. Yeah,
Yeah,
mine
it's fun to
suck.
look back at.
Mhm.
Even I look back at my reviews from like a month ago and I'm like, ugh.
I look back at my reviews now and say that shit. To be
Yeah,
fair,
I'm like,
like, it's
that's
just
a
like
tough one.
self-criticism and that's the thing.
I'll click publish and then immediately read it and be like, ugh, what was I
Yeah.
thinking?
But yeah, Heat fucking bangs. So good. Amazing. Love it. So good. Amazing. Actually, I think that's my number one Michael Mann now. So sorry.
It might be my number one too. I had Thief above it for a while.
Yeah, that kind of like cemented it for me, but they're kind
So
of the
good.
clear one
I
and
can't
two.
wait. I cannot wait to talk about it.
Yeah. And fuck you guys as well. I said in this group chat, I'm missing a Thief screening right now because of this shit podcast. Great.
Cam, what have you been watching this week?
I've been watching. Sorry, I got my little kitty cat on my lap, so I'm petting.
Godfather esque.
Yeah, I've been watching a whole lot. It's like one of my biggest weeks. I've been trying to keep up in the new year. I'm keeping up with Tyler. I'm sure you have some like reviews to write, but I'm saying I'm keeping up. So we're both at 14, I think.
Are you at 14? Cam? Shit.
No,
you
I'm
got
all
me.
caught up, so you're tied with me then.
Hell yeah.
Good luck.
Oh, shit, you guys are beating me. Fuck.
Yeah. One of them is a Clone Wars the like
Cheater.
animated
Yeah,
short film.
I love that we can
Actually,
log
one of mine
that.
is a short film.
Yeah,
as well. Yeah.
I logged it for the numbers, I'll be honest. But yeah, I had to I always start the year with the shittiest movie possible. This year was Finding Jesus,
Your commitment to that bit's hilarious. Like when I saw you log it, I'm like, you devil.
Yeah, I gotta. It's
Isn't there
I
a
have,
second one of them, Cam? I swear I had
yeah.
someone
So
told me.
apparently there's a second one. It's not a real movie. Like it's something. It's not like in any way real. It's something you like show at like Sunday school or something like to little kids. Just
Oh,
to,
I thought it was like like a religious satire by the name of it, or is it actually like genuinely
no, like
like
it's real. It's like a religious
a-
movie.
oh shit,
It's just
really?
like it's like I thought it was gonna be like a Finding Nemo play on words. It wasn't like
That's why
Wait,
yeah.
I thought, isn't it about fishes? I thought from the
Yeah,
I,
it's
Yeah,
gotta be a
it's
Finding Nemo
about
play on
fish,
words.
but like they're not. They're looking for Jesus, right? But like
Yeah, because
they're
they're
not like
finding Jesus. They're
yeah,
not
but
finding Nemo.
there's nothing like Finding Nemo esque about it. Like they don't lose anyone. You know, I don't know. I thought it was gonna be
which
more like
apostle is
Finding Nemo.
Dory? Which one just like the
I
guy?
don't
Like,
even
oh God.
I don't think any of them are Dory. They're all just like learning about courage, learning about whatever. It's like an hour long. I
I thought
watched
this
it
was like
all.
a joke film. I didn't
It
realize
is.
it's
It
actually.
is.
Well, no, I
Man.
mean like I thought it was like a
A
satire in a way, like an
spoof?
offensive
No,
satire spoof or whatever. I
no.
thought it was like one of them.
It's like something you show at a like it's
Sunday
something
school.
you show at like Sunday school. So that's how I
Is it a
started
half a star?
my year. Yeah, it's a 1 out of 100, and I said
What?
the 1 point is because I'm not atheist. So shout out Jesus. But yeah, watch The Lovely Bones. Fine.
Oh, it's a fucking-
Dude, that movie traumatized me as a kid.
It
I
did, and then I
believe it, man.
rewatched it as an adult. I'm like, this is horror. This is not good.
Stanley too. I like the start, and then the end is just like
The
ass.
last half is terrible. Yeah.
Saoirse
Yeah.
Ronan, innocent.
Saoirse Ronan, innocent. Stanley Tucci, innocent.
Mark
Well,
Wahlberg,
Not
guilty.
innocent. Guilty. Watch The Clovitch Killer on Seth's recommendation. Good movie. Interest.
what did Emma think of it?
She
That's what I'm
liked
wondering.
it probably about as much as me. She watched
I'll take it.
Boston Strangler afterwards, and that's what we were in between. She said she liked that more. I'm sorry.
What? What?
Dude, she's
Oh,
been on a
shit,
weird like murder kick this week, and
The
that's all
Boston
she's
Strangler
wanted
is
to
so
watch. And
boring.
we watched one movie. We watched True Story. Seth, you were the only one that had logged it.
Is that
Uh,
the fucking?
It's James Franco and
oh my god! Yeah, shit.
whatever the fuck his name is, Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. What did you think of that?
Fine, but it's just like it just broke my heart because like it's got very like not graphic, but like it's got scenes of a man walking his kids into a river and drowning them, and I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah.
after that, I literally turned over to Emma. I was like, hey, I can't do this anymore, hun. We got to stop with these murder. I can't watch these any. Like, it just like broke my heart.
If she's in this kick, you got to put some like jingle bells behind you, just like if she's
I know.
can't let her sneak up on you and doing this murder kick.
I know. We haven't watched any since, which is nice, but we've been doing stuff. Mamma Mia, here we go again. I like to think I got everyone started on the Mamma Mia kick this week.
Did it just get released on Netflix, or did just you watching it just kicked off me and George watching it or something?
I don't know.
watched it
I
because
think
it
it's
was
been on
canon.
Netflix for a little
Yeah.
bit, but it's so fucking good, man. I have the original Mamma Mia at a 3 and this at a 4.5. I fucking love the
Drunk.
second Mamma Mia. It's so good.
Delusional.
I think I love Lily James, man. She's amazing in the Iron Claw. The Iron Claw is amazing, by the way.
Is that
Swiss
your
Army
number one
Man-
of the year, by the way? That was your number one of the year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. How
Oh,
true is that? I
shit.
don't know. Like, yeah, Spider-Verse is like awesome as well. So I don't know. They could go back and forth. Who cares? Percy Jackson's, watch both of them. The first I like, it's fine. 2.5 stars. The second's just ass. The second's really bad. Pacific Rim, watch that this week. Just good fun. Good Grief we'll talk about. Spider-Verse, Society of the Snow we'll talk about, and then Heat obviously is the real quick review. So got a lot this week. Probably will be the most watched week of my year because I was at home and didn't have work. So
Well, it started 2024 off with a bang for sure.
Hell
For me, like at 10 p.m. on New Year's Day, I was like, for the Letterboxd stats, I have to get a watch in, but I was like so tired. I'm like, I can't give my energy to a new watch. It has to be a rewatch. So just fired up the Holdovers. Just always good for just a little good comfort watch to start the year. Then, like I said last week, I was going to start the year with just a ton of B tier, C tier comedies just to decompress the brain. So watch like The Change Up, Hot Tub Time Machine. The other guys, I don't think.
I
are
used to
C tier
love
comedies.
Hot Tub Time Machine as a kid, right? It's
Hot Tub
like-
Time Machine's funny, man. Like it's still like
So
not the
dumb.
greatest movie, but it definitely got some laughs out of me. Whereas like The Change Up, I didn't.
The
really
ending
think
is
that funny.
so dumb though in Hot Tub Time Machine. Like
Mhm.
it's
The
so
whole movie is dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like it's self-aware dumb in the first half, and then it just like tries to be something it really isn't in the second. That guy, what's his name? Rob, the bald guy who like gets
Yeah.
punched in it. He's so stupid, bro. But
Yeah, like
there are
you
some
make-
laughs to be had now and again.
I at least appreciate like it's just it can get so tiring in time travel movies, the whole butterfly effect and like don't change anything. So it's kind of nice to at least see one where it's like, okay, they actually changed some stuff and like had fun with it and became like rich and stuff.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah, yeah.
So often it's always just like, oh, can't change anything. I said in my Letterboxd review, one of the biggest change, they were so worried about the butterfly effect when they're back there, and then they decided to do the let's get it started, Black Eyed Peas, introduce that to the world instead of letting the world be released to the first version Black Eyed Peas released, the very non-politically correct version. So I feel like that would send ripples through the butterfly effect to not let that disgrace of a song
Did
come
you-
out before they do the clean version.
Did you watch the second one as well? Did you do the
No, I don't know if the second one's on Netflix or not. I've never seen the second one. I think I
It's
might
got
have seen the first
Adam
one
Scott
before.
in, I think. I'm pretty sure it's got Adam Scott in.
Okay.
It's,
Well,
I remember quite enjoying it actually.
watch The Holiday, which I thought I was gonna love. Like I put it off for so long, I'd never seen it. I just didn't really care for the whole rom-com of that era, like the 2000s, like the Love Actuallys and the Holidays, where the whole mantra is just to have 50 characters that you have to follow in different relationships, and like it's just always too much, and there's just never enough time given to any. Because like Jack Black was on the cover and stuff, and I was like, and he's just like doesn't enter until like an hour and a half
Doesn't
in.
show up for
He
a
gets like
while.
15 minutes, and that's just how like all these rom-coms of the 2000s
Oh.
work. Like they just pack the cast with so many people, and then each person gets barely any story to them. And then the Mamma Mia 1 and 2, watched those, and then I rewatched Mamma Mia 1 last night and kind of said like it's just the type of movie that's probably just going to go up a half star every single time I watch it, because it just ABBA. I love ABBA so much. Every single song just bangs so hard.
Is that how you guys pronounce it? I've just realized that. I think Cam said that
ABBA.
as well.
What is it? ABBA?
I say
I'd
ABBA. I
Oh,
say
right. Okay. I
Ball.
thought it was like American thing.
no. I
Um,
don't.
rewatched No Country for Old Men, bumped it up to 5-star.
Nice.
I think I was
That's
just
the
grumpy
best
when I
movie
gave it a
ever.
3.5 star 2
Crazy.
years ago, because when I first saw the movie back like years ago, and I loved it. It was like one of my favorite movies. And then I rewatched it to log it officially like 2 years ago, gave it a 3.5 star, and then now I'm back to 5 stars. So I've always been high on it, except that like one day I logged it. So I think I was just in a bad mood that day.
It made me very happy seeing that. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's bumped up to a 5-star, phenomenal movie, and then rolled right into School of Rock, Richard Linklater, just the king of vibes, just such a fun movie.
So good.
Watched 13 Going on 30, very fun movie. Kind of surprised me. I thought it would be kind of dumb. I mean, it's silly, but I actually enjoyed it more than I expected. Robot Dreams is my favorite animated film from
I
last
really
year.
want to watch that.
Yeah, I think it was great. I mean, I'll be interested to see how well it's received by everyone, because there's like zero dialogue in it. But it was so affecting and so emotional, and I was like, damn, it's really, really good. And then Society of the Snow, which we're about to talk about, same with Good Grief. Heat will be this week's real quick review, and then rewatch Mamma Mia last night with Riley, and just again, it just bangs every time. Cam, definitive dad ranking. Sam, Pierce Brosnan's last for sure. And then for me, it's tied.
Harry and then Bill.
Yeah, those are tied for one. Peter Skarsgård and
Dude,
Colin Firth.
That's the
Tied for
problem
one.
with the first Mamma Mia is you get too much Pierce Brosnan singing.
The dads
that
are like
dude
my
can
favorite
do all
part of it.
things.
But yeah. Well,
That
I think
dude
the
can do
guys in
all
Mamma Mia
things,
2
he
are not
can't
good
sing.
either. The
Yeah,
dude
I
singing in
think
Mamma Mia
that's
2.
my
I
is
like
biggest
the Mamma
offense
Mia
for
2
not
dads.
saying 2 is as good as 1, just because there's not enough dad camaraderie.
Yeah, the dads are my favorite
There-
part of the first one.
No, there's it's so much better.
And Meryl Streep is so iconic.
Because that's the best part of the
Mid-streak.
first one, the 3 of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Stop
that's
calling people mid by their name. I saw your
Mid-
heat review as well.
mid-streak.
Michael Mid.
Michael Mann. Yeah,
So
got
dumb.
his ass. It's a good movie. Got
But
his
yeah,
ass.
that's all I've been ticking off the watch list. And now we'll jump into our reviews for the week, starting off with Society of the Snow. For this one, there's like no real spoilers because it's based on a true story. So I'll just put it up now because we'll talk freely about like the true story that happened. But it's not like, if you know like the story, it's been adapted several times. So the movie Alive with Ethan Hawke, top Letterboxd review is funny. It's like Ethan Hawke or Latino King, because it's about Uruguayan rugby team And it's like this is a more truthful adaptation, whereas like the Alive version, just like they just make a bunch of Americans be the people who like end up getting
one Uruguayan in that movie.
yeah.
Not
And
one.
then the show Yellow Jackets was also inspired by this story. There's been countless documentaries. It's been very well documented in film and TV shows. So it's a story people are known. I mentioned in my review too. There's the ultimate like dad movie where if I watched this with my dad, he would just Wikipedia the whole thing like 10 minutes in and tell me everything that's about to happen. I'm like, well, what's the point of watching this movie now? You just told me exactly how many survivors is going to be and how long it took. So it's just a classic like movie where like I feel like my dad would just look up all the answers before it even happens. But Society of the Snow, it's directed by J.A. Boyana. It's definitely gonna be a player come Oscar season. There's gonna be for sure probably international film nominee, but there's a couple other I think it might sneak into.
Great director.
Have you seen any of those movies?
It got
He
shut out of the
did.
BAFTAs actually. So
Oh, he did. He did.
Yeah.
He did. George. He did a Monsters Call.
he did a
Call.
Monsters
We
Call.
both enjoyed. He
Mhm.
also did The Orphanage, which George, you would
You gotta
fucking love.
watch.
Like definitely, really, really good director. I like him a lot. So I need to watch it. Definitely.
So the synopsis: on October 13th, 1972, Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571, chartered to take a rugby team to Chile, crashes into a glacier in the heart of the Andes Mountains. And then the plane crashes, and it's a survival story of them trying to survive, get help, and get rescued. So yeah, let's jump into talking about Society of the Snow. Give your kind of overall thoughts in your review. So Cam, I'll kick it off with you.
Oh man, good movie. Definitely like very one of those watches where you're like, yeah, I would die so quickly. Because yeah, I would give up instantly. I'm so sorry to whoever wants me to come home after a plane crash. I'm fucking giving up. But definitely a really good watch. All the performances through and through were fantastic. I thought the score was really great. The biggest thing for me is I feel like this almost made it not easy to get out of this situation, but I feel like it wasn't as it didn't make it seem as hard as it was because it is a long time they're in the snow, so you do have to jump days, which I understand. Um, it just I don't know. I feel like we didn't get like and obviously like people are dying left and right, so maybe that's a crazy take. And this might not be the what you guys pulled away from the movie. Maybe it looked super intense for you. I just feel like when I was watching it, didn't feel as crazy as it probably was up there. Like they have conversations about eating people, which is just insane. Um, yeah, that's just insane to eat people. But I understand you know, surviving, you have to do what you have to do. I just feel like when they were like, say, oh, we're gonna walk up this mountain, you get one time where they walk up and it's kind of hard, but it's like I feel like for the most part they skip over the walking moments, which understandable because again, it's a 2.5 hour movie already. You can't really put everything in it. It just feels like there wasn't that much tension around a lot of things other than like the obvious, hey, we're surviving a plane crash. Like there wasn't a ton of tension around walking to the what was it, the back of the plane. They talk about it like, oh, we almost died overnight, but you don't see it. There wasn't a ton of tension like building things around the plane. It felt like obviously people are dying, but they just did it, and then they were like, oh, this person died. Like you didn't see it. I don't know. That's kind of my big takeaway. So I gave it like 74 out of 100. I do think it's really good. But that's kind of my biggest gripe is it made it seem a little bit easier than I feel like it would have been. But you guys can give your thoughts.
George?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Cam, like where he's saying like they kind of glossed over a lot of the bigger moments, but I do think that they spent a lot of time on like some massive moments that just made it like a really like haunting journey. And also we just don't have that many like good survival movies. So I feel like when I see a good one, I'll like inflate it to being great just because I'm comparing it to crap to begin
That's
with.
fair. That's fair.
But no, I thought it was great. It was it ran a bit long. There were moments where, you know, they were just kind of like Cam said, like they took time to tell us about some instances, but they didn't show it to us, and I think that just made for a lot of drag. But I thought the movie was great. I thought it was a really just devastating journey. I think the moments like when the snow pile happens, the plane crash scene, the rescue scene. I think there are moments that really work. Moments of just heartbreak, moments of just heartfelt conversations between characters, some devastating conversations, some devastating voiceovers, especially when like a character dies, especially when that guy's sister died. That was just brutal. But in terms of just like survival storytelling, I think this is like one of the best that we've had in a really long time, which again isn't saying much, but still a really good film. Um, loved the like there was a very clear commitment to the bit of like just how much these guys got like tossed. And like I said, like there are some scenes where they just like that snow pile scene just went on forever, and like I respect the shit out of the movie for it, because that just made it just horrendous. Like they got snow piled on, a couple of them got out, snow pile again, and I'm like, damn, they're really committing to this bit of like these guys got absolutely demolished on this fucking glacier or wherever they were in the mountains.
That's
I
right.
wish
They did do that one well.
yeah,
For
they
sure.
they did a lot of those well, but I again I do agree with you where like they could have done it better with a lot of other situations. I wish we had a little bit more, and I know we're already running up on a 2.5 hour movie, but I wish that like ending, like that like 60-mile trek that they made to the village, I wish that was just like not glossed over, because that's like the most heroic part of the movie, or not like yeah, heroic's the right word. That's like the biggest part of the movie. And they just kind of that felt like they just like really quickly glossed over, which I get, it's like a survival movie and they want to show you like how they survived around the plane and turning to cannibalism and all that stuff. But I wish we had just a little bit more time on that trek and just to see exactly what they went through, because that's no walk in the park. I went with a 4. Sits like very, I have to check. I'm pretty sure it's like slightly inside my top 20 of the year for 2023. Don't think it's gonna be nominated for any Oscars really, just because it's like kind of been shut out of like every other award show, especially the BAFTAs just released their nominations and it was shut out like crazy. So we'll see come Oscar time. I know it's might get a nomination for international film, but like a lot of people are like pulling for some tech categories, and
I think maybe
I-
makeup and hairstyling has a chance.
yeah, but I don't know. I don't see it happening. I think it's way too late. Even if it's deserving of it, it's just such a late contender.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. But yeah, I went with a 4 out of 5. Survival storytelling, I think it's fantastic. But yeah, as a movie, I have my gripes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also give it a 4. I think because Seth, you didn't get a chance to see this one yet, right? Okay, yeah, just making sure I'm not intentionally skipping over you. Yeah, I give it a 4 as well. For survival story, I agree with both of what you said in terms of I never really felt like the stakes were that high, which is crazy because of how like riskful it was and how much like they had to go through, and they obviously had to
It
resort to
made it
cannibalism.
seem. I feel like it made it seem like I could survive a plane crash, and I couldn't.
Yeah,
Like the things
no,
these
I would
people were
fold so
doing were
quick.
insane. So it made me feel like at the end, it made me feel like, oh, that wasn't like awful, and
Mhm.
like I should not have come away from the movie feeling like that.
Yeah, and I mean, like the makeup was good to show like some frostbite, but I never really gauged like how cold it was either. Because so many times, like
Yeah, they
for
have
me,
their shirts off
yeah,
at
my
moments.
thought was
I
like
don't
if I got
understand.
in this crash, I feel like I would go to all the dead people and take off all their clothes and just like put on
Yeah,
70 shirts and like be just like
yeah,
as
like I
layered as
didn't understand
possible.
how the temperature at all.
So yeah, I couldn't really ever get a feel for like how cold it really was up there, and their journeys. Like I feel like in terms of a survival movie, it's like the best made I've seen in terms of the direction, the editing, cinematography, all the technical aspects of it. I think are really really well done. But the narrative perspective, I really enjoyed how it was very like faith based in terms of just keeping the faith, understanding what the meaning of all this is. But I don't know if I ever really got the sense of just like how insane this was to survive, because I would fold so quick, especially when they got the radio message when they heard like that the Air Force has called off rescue operations for the next couple months because they tried a couple times, couldn't find anybody because it's a white plane and white snow and they don't have fires
That
or a big sign for people to see. I
that
would have
scene where they like walk up the mountain and they look back and they're like, damn, I can't see shit.
yeah I would have folded them when I heard that they called off rescue operations, unless like what they should do is honestly over the radio just do stuff to keep the faith, like be like a new Damien Chazelle movie is releasing in 90 days. They'd be like, oh, okay, I will stay alive for this. And then that'll get me through it. Just give me something like that to hold out hope for. But it's kind of crazy. Like it is such a miracle because it was 72 days and like how like so many people survived, and it's just like, how the hell did like that many people end up surviving? And the initial plane crash too, like not even that many people died in the initial crash, which I mean, maybe because they're at such high altitude, they probably weren't going the fastest, and they like didn't crash from a super high depth because they kind of just fell into the snow. But it's kind of crazy just how mitigated the carnage ended up being from such a insane situation like that. The plane crash scene was so carnal and graphic. That was it was like Ferrari-esque in terms of how gruesome it was.
Seeing the people's like face hit the front, that was
like the leg, so many legs
the
snapping in
legs
half.
snapping.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That was another like Ferrari type scene where I was like, oh my God. And I'm sure people who saw it in the theater who got the chance to. This got like an insanely limited release. We're probably, just floored from that, because it was like a long crash scene too. It's probably like, I mean, long.
Goes on
It was
for
like
a
2 minutes
while.
probably, which like for a plane crash is a pretty long scene, because a crash happens pretty instantaneously. But yeah, that was crazy scene. But yeah, I don't know if I ever grasped the complete gravity of the situation they were in. And I agree, the kind of the final trek is what kind of obviously makes them survive. Is a couple guys decide we're going to hike all the way freaking down this mountain with no gear until we find some remote village of people that can help get us help, which is an insane journey to take. And I feel like that was pretty glossed over. I don't know. I feel like technical aspects, this was really well made. Narrative wise, I don't know how effective it was for me, but I still give it a 4-star because there's definitely way more I liked about it than dislikes. But just a crazy story. Rugby team going to play a match. Basically everyone on the flight was either on the team or like their friends or family. So just very brutal, because it's not like a random plane crash where if you just start eating people, it's like, this is just some Joe Blow accountant who I've never met in my life. It's probably, your teammate's dad or something like that. And it's just brutal. But every single person that survived had to eat someone at some point. So, I mean, it literally was essential for their survival. Just brutal. I don't think I could ever do that in that situation. I would fold so fast.
Could never.
Yeah. If I somehow survived the initial crash, yeah, I'm not lasting long out there. And then it's like, I don't know. I'm not trying to live that badly. Like, there's just so low hope. And especially back then in the 70s, like the technology was just so not even close to where it is today. I would just feel so helpless. But yeah, I guess anything else we want to say? I don't know if there's a ton to touch on here. It's one of those things, like if you like survival movies, you're probably gonna love this, but I know survival movies isn't everyone's cup of tea, so you're probably gonna kind of find it redundant, a little overly long. Anyone wants to talk about for Society of the Snow?
Michael Giacchino's score.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we forgot to talk about
sound design.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna keep coming back to that one fucking scene of the snow pile.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I felt like I was under the snow with them listening to that sound design.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Michael Giacchino score, like incredible score, just similar to Hans Zimmer and The Creator, where it's just such a like random side quest that we had no clue they were tackling, and then just comes out and you're like, damn, that's phenomenal. A great score. And yeah, I feel like, which is fine for the actor. Like I know there's one scene where it shows the guy with the belt loop, like pulling it and like his belt's gotten way tighter, but I feel like they never really pushed the actors, which I'm not saying they should have, but to like really emaciate themselves. Cause I feel like the makeup and hairstyling was good, but I feel like we never really saw the actors like wither away throughout. So, you're never really seeing these guys become shells themselves, which again, probably for the best in the long run. But I feel like that kind of just like is another, like if Christian Bale was in this, you'd be like, okay, this looks very hard to survive, because Christian Bale looks like he has one breath left before he's going to die because he's shrunk so much. And then just the muck of all them getting washed off and their piss being black. It's just a brutal situation. I just can't even imagine. I can't even fathom. And a lot of them are still alive today. I mean, obviously some have passed, just in terms of this was in the 70s and they were all adults at that point. So it's been, 50 years, but crazy survival story. The fact that many people ended up surviving thanks to a couple of heroes making that trek and everyone banding together to survive this thing. Did anyone get Adam Driver vibes from the lead actor? Like, I feel like
of them, yes.
Yeah, I was so much like, I don't know if it was like the snow too, but I was just getting such like Adam Driver specifically in Star Wars vibes. Like,
yeah,
that I was like, I don't know, just Adam Driver vibes from the main guy. But
big time. Yeah,
Society of the Snow, great film. We all enjoyed it. 3.5 from Cam, 4 from me and George, and
74 out of 100.
Yeah, 74 out of 100 from Cam. And if you like survival movies, I think this is the one you should definitely turn to. And with that, Cam, we'll jump over to Good Grief. This is gonna be a pretty quick review. We don't have a ton to go into here, but technically, also this is a 2023 release in terms of.
No,
I know I'm not counting it because it came out December 29th, but it came out in like like there's limited releases and then there's like, you know, screen for one audience in like New York or something.
Yeah.
That's what this was. And also someone commented saying that in order to be considered for the Oscars, you need a 1 week theatrical run. So this one actually like wouldn't even be, it's not, obviously it's not an Oscar contender, but it wouldn't have been able to anyways, because Society of the Snow came out
I didn't
with
think
2
it
weeks
was,
left in
like,
the year. So that's still eligible.
It's the
Same
same as Pale Blue Eye last year, isn't it?
yeah.
Yep. Pale Blue Eye. So
This
that's
is,
why
I'm
yeah.
counting it as 2024.
Yep, exactly. Because you need a full week of theatrical release. And this came out, I think, like literally just like the premiere was December 29th, but came out on Netflix on Friday because Society of the Snow came out on Thursday on Netflix. So, you know, Good Grief wasn't the greatest movie. We'll get into our review, but Netflix in general, just the amount of like we've seen so many tweets about like how all these streamers lost so much money in 2023, but Netflix obviously profited. And it's like the whole streaming wars. I think it's pretty safe to say Netflix is the king streamer in terms of, I feel like they consistently get the most movies. I feel like they've done such a good job at like blending original movies with like just licensing, you know, other great works that are going to be Oscar contenders or just other interesting stories. I think they just got it down at this point. Like everyone, I feel like there was a couple year phase where everyone started to, and I think the general public is still this way, but I think more people in the movie community aren't really this way, where people say like, oh, Netflix is all crap now, like shit streaming service. But I think it's just got to be the best at this point. The amount of movies they can release originally so often now, it feels like every single week we're getting new Netflix originals, where it used to just be, you know, murder mysteries are coming out every week. And now it's like actual good directors and good casts. And Dan Levy, this is his directorial debut. He, of course, was in Schitt's Creek. His dad, Eugene Levy, obviously from American Pie. This is his first time directing. He directed, I think, an episode or two of Schitt's Creek, but first movie he directed. Good Grief. When his husband unexpectedly dies, Mark's world shatters, sending him and his two best friends on a soul-searching trip to Paris that reveals some hard truths they each need to face. Cam, I'll kick it off to you.
Yeah. Dan Levy, from this, you know, fine director. I feel like tough writer, needs work writing.
Did he write it too?
I think so. Yeah. I was under the impression he did.
He did. Yep. You're right.
Yep,
You're right.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely the writing was one of the weaker points in this. I think he's great. Like he's a fantastic actor. I haven't seen Schitt's Creek like through and through, but it's a
Great
show like my family loves. So I've seen plenty of episodes. Just haven't gotten into it personally, but like I think he's really great in this. The supporting cast is fine. They're all there for sure. Who's his husband? It's Luke Evans, right?
Yeah. What else is he in? I feel like he was a very familiar
he's
face.
In Beauty and the Beast. He's in Fast 4.
Yeah, he's in some of the Fast movies. He's in the Hobbit.
He's Hobbs' brother, or he's Shaw's brother.
Mm-hmm.
He's Girion in
the Hobbit
films.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there you go. He's in a lot. He's kind of notable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's a fine start. I gave it a 50 out of 100. Like threw it as in the middle as you can get. Like I didn't hate it by any means, but I definitely I'll never watch this thing again.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really odd movie. I think it's Chris, Movies Are Therapy, whose review was this, and it's very true, is like, damn, my husband died, but thank God we're rich. Because it is very much like that film. Like, yeah, your husband died, but also, so in order to grieve, you're gonna go fly to Paris. Like, hell yeah. And yeah, then a bunch of stuff starts unraveling, and it's like, oh, he was having an affair, you know, he learns that a year later. And so it's like, how do you deal with grief? And also, or how do you deal with like your husband dying and then finding out he was having an affair, that sort of thing. I think all of the bones are there, just not a whole lot of meat, in my opinion. But what are your thoughts, Tyler?
Yeah, I gave it a 2-star. I love Dan Levy. I'm a huge fan of Schitt's Creek, and I think he showed some flair of director here that I think there's good bones there. I do think the writing's a weaker point, and I love him as an actor. I think he's always great as an actor. But yeah, it's kind of, I'm not in the camp necessarily where it's like, if you shouldn't ever make movies like about rich people, like I don't really like care that much,
Yeah,
but it is a little weird where it's like, you know, like there's definitely some like rich privilege in this movie, which again, I don't think is the worst thing in the world, but yeah, it's like, you know, money can solve all your problems at the end of the day. But I can't remember how long it was. It's probably like 90 minutes to an hour 40, nothing longer than that. And he just tried to throw in too much here. Like there was like a random aside about his mother's death that was impacting him, but he mentions it like twice in a real throwaway sentence. and then the infidelity of his husband, and you kind of get who his husband's ex-partner was. And then you have like his friend who's going through a fractured relationship and divorce. I feel like there was just so much he wanted to add in
Yeah,
here.
all of his friends like have their own relationship issues, and that like
Mhm.
I think that's like the idea is like he's not the only one dealing with it, but it's too much. I
Yeah,
agree.
it's just
It's
way too much. It never gets really developed
Yep.
into. I think the worst relationship was probably like Himesh Patel, and like I think he's good as an actor, but I didn't understand or fully grasp like his friendship, like with him, like how him and Dan Levy like were so tense with each other and like kind of like hated each other throughout a lot of this movie, and they got into so many arguments and fights about how they've both been dealing with the grief they've been going through. And I don't know if that ever really worked for me. It more just kind of came off as annoying fights just simply because it wasn't developed enough. But and then Emma Corrin is just in it for like such a random cameo. And that's like the weird thing that I don't really know. I think the writing just suffers because it's a like kind of money solves all their problems. At the end of the day, his husband was a writer who was very wealthy, had a flat in Paris that they go visit, and he basically finds out his husband was cheating on him. So he's like, let's just burn all his money. Fuck this guy. Let's have a fun weekend. But then also they kind of go to that like art show that Emma Corrin's in, and that new guy he meets kind of mentions like, yeah, it's so sad. Like their parents like are so rich, and they just like bought them this whole art exhibit just for them to like play, but they kind of suck. And it's like, so are we like pro rich or anti rich? Like I don't really know what the messaging is here, and it's kind of hard for someone like Dan Levy, who obviously grew up, in a very wealthy family, to feel like have a good voice on it. And I just feel like that really came across. So the writing was interesting, but I just like him so much that I would like to see more from him. But yeah, I think it was a very fine, average movie. The big thing is like the movie just didn't really come across as sincere, but I never really got the vibe that Dan Levy wasn't like earnest in his attempt. I think it was just kind of more just like a miss on the writing side. Like I think he really tried. He wasn't, he's not just a complete spoiled brat, but like it kind of came across that way a little bit.
I agree. And like what you were saying earlier, like I think with Netflix, I'd rather this movie and I'd rather A Pale Blue Eye than Murder Mystery 2. And we're going to get a lot of those releases from Netflix this year, probably more than we won't, but it is nice like that their originals are not just pure shit. Like there's stuff here. There's good stuff here.
Definitely.
And Dan Levy, like you mentioned, is a phenomenal actor, and I think this is a good start. It's not like a Bradley Cooper starting. It was his directorial debut and
Star is Born.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's a home run on your first start. So like clearly, he's there with that. And Ben Affleck's directorial debut is Argo. No,
Gone Baby Gone.
Okay, so that's a good. I haven't seen that, so maybe that's a good start.
No,
And then
it's a good movie.
And then he folds into like really great movies. But I think Dan Levy's there. He can figure it out for sure.
Mhm.
But it's putting the right pieces in the puzzle now to get the writing up and to get the
Mhm.
directing a little bit better. I don't think the directing's horrible by any means, but nothing to write home about. And then obviously the acting's there, so it's fine.
Mhm.
It's fine.
Did you see spoiler alert from 2022?
Nope.
I think you like it. It's by the director of The Big Short, but I was expecting more of that from this, like a lot more tugging at the heartstrings. Sad. That's the guy that has Jim Parsons in it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I did not see it.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot more like emotion similar to that in this movie,
That
but
too.
there was just
Yeah,
never
I
really
agree.
any emotion
I
that
agree.
hit in this.
Yeah,
but
I'm with you there.
yeah, so what you're 50 out of 100, right on the dot.
Right on the dot too.
50 out of 100 for Cam, 2-star for me. I think it's a fine like background movie. Like you don't have to pay attention to it much.
It's a fine start to 2020.
Yeah, it's a fine start.
Worse.
It's a lot better start than Finding Jesus. So
yeah, exactly.
All right, now we're going to get into our first draft of the episode. We have a couple drafts today. So this was going to be our real quick episode last week, but we pushed it because we did our grid trivia instead, which go check that out. It also, I started uploading our podcast to Spotify in video format. So if you're enjoying that, leave us a comment in the YouTube just to let us know. Like even if you're listening to this on Spotify, hop over to YouTube and let us know just to see like, should I keep doing it or not? I think it's nice for when we're doing stuff like the grid trivia where, yeah, you can listen to it audio wise, but if you're kind of getting lost on the Spotify, you can just pop on your phone on Spotify and just see where we are on the video. But that episode did pretty well. I think people enjoy the grid trivias, but we pushed this real quick draft to this week because we wanted to, get more people involved in it. And I got to pull up who exactly recommended this, but what we're doing here is drafting the best movie character names of all time. So should be pretty fun. There's endless ways we can go here, but the order I have today is George, then Seth, then Cam, then myself. So I got the final pick, and I'm trying to find I'm like 1 second away from finding who recommended this. But George, get ready for your first pick. And this was recommended by Jordan Gag. So shout out Jordan Gag, Patreon. Check it out in the description down below. Also, make sure you're voting for the ReelTok Awards. Submit your ballots. You're going to get more voting weight if you are a patron. Jordan Gag recommended this one for today. George, first pick, best movie character name.
That's a tough.
George, I posted a top 10 on my TikTok like 2
Did
weeks
you?
ago. Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
have a
didn't
look.
notice.
There's some suggestions for you.
I didn't even see that. But
Yeah.
I
think one of George's favorite
characters
characters of all time is like one of my favorite names of all time. So I'd be interested to see if he picks him first.
Really
Interesting. Which one is
who are-
this?
Yeah, who are you thinking of? Oh my god.
There's a lot of ways you go. You can go like just like a cool sounding name, or you can go like funny names.
mean,
you
I
can-
went cool names on mine,
Right.
admittedly.
Fuck. I hate having first pick. All right, I'm gonna go. Oh, this is so devastating. I'm gonna go with Optimus Prime.
That's a good name.
Yeah, I
It's a
got a lot of
good
shit
name.
for including that. Yeah.
I don't
good
know if
name.
that's a first pick though.
I had a lot of comments saying Optimus Prime when I did the
Mm.
video, so maybe it is. People had said that a lot.
Well, you got a while till your second pick
I
comes back
know,
to you. So
I kinda-
Seth,
I kinda
your
regret
first
that
pick.
already.
Yeah, so like, I just kind of chose like cool sounding names, and I think we're not allowed to choose real people, are we?
I wouldn't have vetoed it, I guess. If they're in a
You
movie,
can choose whatever, man.
Well, I'm just gonna stick with like fictional people because
yeah, that's fine.
Maximus Decimus
No,
Meridius.
I was
Yeah,
about
it's
to.
Shit's
That
cool
was
as fuck, man. You know when he shouts that?
legitimately gonna be my first pick.
That was my number one on my video. I'm just
I
gonna
have it open on my phone right now.
Yeah, that shit's cool.
Cam, was that on your trivia for the trivia 10? What is the name
It
of
was
the collaborator?
yeah, it was what's his brother's
Commodus.
name? Commodus.
Commodus? Yeah.
Cam, your first pick.
Yeah, I think I'm trying not to go like just there's a bunch of I'm trying to go real names, I think is what I'm trying to say. There's a bunch of like Optimus Primes that are cool, George, but I'm gonna try to go with real names. So from the Big Lebowski, I'm going with the dude. The dude is just it's not his name, but like that's his name.
Yeah.
I mean, Optimus Prime's arguably more of a name than the dude.
Nah, the
Yeah.
dude is cool, man.
I mean, the dude is a good
cool.
one.
The
dude
dude
is a
cool.
good one.
It's a cool name, so that's what we're going with.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a pick that what I thought kind of George might have went to, but I think Marty McFly is just a dope name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Good
kind of
name.
makes sense. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Marty McFly, and then I'll run it right back with we'll go Cruella DeVille.
Oh shit, that's an interesting one.
She's a cruel devil. Hell yeah. My second pick, I'm going with great name and then ruined by his own movie, but Han Solo. Just a really cool name, and then they had to give it like a backstory for him being alone and therefore being solo.
Terrible.
Stupid,
backstory.
awful.
Yeah.
Boo you.
Some no one security guard delivering that line too.
Yeah, that's awful.
Seth.
But good name.
I just think it sounds cool, for him. I'm gonna go Godzilla. I love the name
yeah.
Godzilla. I think that
Sure.
really, really works. It has an element of scare to it. Do you know what I mean? An
Mhm.
element of intensity. I like it.
Mhm.
I like Godzilla.
George, you
Yeah,
get back to backs.
Yeah, I got my back to backs. Oh, fuck. I think it would be a crime not to pick Buzz Lightyear.
That's a
I
good name.
didn't even think of Buzz Lightyear. Actually, it's a funny one.
I mean, it just tells you exactly what the man's about.
Yeah, Buzz
Um,
Lightyear.
And then I'm gonna go with from the Matrix, Morpheus.
Oh, interesting.
That's a good poll.
Are you picking these
Very
yourself?
good.
I didn't even think of any of these. To be fair.
I mean,
That's
I
actually-
googled coolest movie character
Ah,
name.
okay. I thought you were just picking. Fair enough.
Seth, your third pick.
Got a massive list open in front of me.
I will go for the coolest name for a gangster ever, Tony Montana. Just shit's
Good
cool. Name.
name.
Yeah.
Not the
Hannah
coolest
Montana's
gangster
father.
name.
Cam, third pick.
Yeah, no. I'm not blown away by any names other than like fake names. Like
Just
like
do
on
it.
this
Fake
I'll
names
just,
work.
yeah,
I'm
I
surprised
know
you
they
haven't
do.
picked a name yet.
Who? Oh, actually,
Really. I'm just gonna go with something fun. I'm gonna go with I think Yoda is a cool name. I don't know. I like that. I like the name, the idea of being named like one word. Yoda is just kind of cool. And if you have that name, everyone knows you're wise. You gotta be smart to have that name.
Well, going off the one word name, McLovin. I'll pick
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
first spot.
Damn.
I
That's
can't. I
great
didn't
pick.
pick that in my video. I was so annoyed because that is
That's a
such
great
good
pick.
name.
I'm
Yeah,
upset I
such a good
forgot
pick.
about that.
And then in the honor of episode 69 and the honor of George or Seth watching Phantom Thread, Reynolds Woodcock. What a
Sure.
name.
Yeah.
What a
Wait.
name.
Peak name.
Yeah. Oh no,
Ooh.
it doesn't matter. I'm thinking that's what.
Crazy name.
Cam, fourth pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna. This. I was just scrolling my list, and there's one that made me laugh. I'm gonna go with Woody. From
That shouldn't be
Toy
as funny
Story.
as it is.
Yeah,
Woody and Buzz Lightyear.
just
Great.
going with Woody. Yeah, shout out Toy Story. Again, one word names, awesome. Ooh, that's a good one. All right,
Seth, your fourth
I've got
pick.
my last pick.
Okay, I'll go. So when I put this in my top 5, people got like quite annoyed at me and said it was a waste of a pick, but I just think it's funny. It's the guy from Mad Max Fury Road, Rictus Erectus.
Nah,
I
that's a
just
good
think that's a
name.
fucking cool name, you know?
Is that
I think
really
that's-
his name?
That's really his name. It surprised me as well. You know the big, bold guy?
Yeah.
You know, the one who has the gun, the really muscly one? I like that name a
Oh
lot.
shit. Oh, fuck
Similar to
yeah.
another name I have on my list that I won't pick, but I won't spoil what it is in case any of you guys end up picking it. George, your final 2 picks.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Darth Vader. Can't believe that. That felt.
Yeah, I'm surprised Cam didn't pick them.
Yeah, it's one.
Definitely a better name than Yoda. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree, but my original plan was to not pick names like Yoda, and then I forgot when I was picking. That's on me. That's on me.
Oh damn! And then my last pick. God, can I just take like the Joker? Like I feel like that's
Yeah, I was
that's
also
a-
thinking
that's a
that
valid
one.
name.
yeah,
And I think it is a great name.
Joker. That's a diabolical name.
Seth, your final pick.
I want to pick this one because it just doesn't work with his character at all, but like it's a fucking good name. Napoleon Dynamite.
No, that's a great name.
That's
That's
a great name.
That's a great name.
Mid movie.
Good name. For my
How
name,
dare you, George? Shit's so funny.
Mid.
5th round pick is disrespectful. Cam, you were excited for this final pick.
yeah, it's just a cool name, but I think you really have to play the character in order to be like able to use this name. Bane. That's just that's
You
cool
love a
name.
single word name.
Yeah,
don't
I
you?
do, but
Yeah.
also like you have to be a big Tom Hardy looking man to pull off Bane. You can't be me. You know, like you need something to show off for it. I like it.
You got a lot to show off, Cameron.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. No worries.
I'll go with another superhero villain. We had the Joker in this round. We had Bane in this round. We'll go with the person that Tobey Maguire fights in the beginning of Spider-Man 1, Bonesaw McGraw.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's a good name.
So the
Classic
draft,
name.
George picked Optimus Prime, Buzz Lightyear, Morpheus, Darth Vader, and the Joker. Seth picked Maximus Decimus Meridius, Godzilla, Tony Montana, Rictus Erectus, and Napoleon Dynamite. And Cam drafted the Dude, Han Solo, Yoda, Woody, and Bane. And then I drafted Marty McFly, Cruella DeVille, McLovin, Reynolds Woodcock, and Bonesaw McGraw.
Have you guys seen? It's come. You've seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, haven't you? Oh, sorry, no,
Yeah,
it's
I
not.
love
It's
it.
Life.
It's
Have you seen Life of Brian?
Biggest Dickus.
I don't think I've
Yeah,
seen
biggest-
Life of
biggest
Brian.
That's the one I was
Dickus,
thinking of when
yeah.
you said Rictus Erectus. I was like, I had it on my list, but
yeah, it's
I didn't want to take it in case someone else took it.
Also, like Hannibal Lecter is a fucking cool
Hannibal
name.
Lecter's
that's a great
good
name.
one.
Yeah.
Technically, these two are TV names, but they've had movies about their TV show, so they would have counted. Thad Castle, awesome
Hell yeah.
name.
Oh shit! Yeah, but saying that though, like I don't think that's a problem. Like when I did my video, everyone was like, "Yeah, but loads of these from books." Yeah, who fucking
Right,
cares?
right.
They're films anyway.
Dr.
yeah.
Doofenshmirtz, incredible.
What is
name.
Doofenshmirtz is
What's
great.
that
From
from?
Phineas
I
and
think
Ferb.
you've never seen Phineas and Ferb.
I like Willy Wonka. I think that's just-
That was on my list. I think Willy
Yeah.
Wonka is a dope name.
Indiana
Love-
Jones is like the hardest.
Indiana
name to
Jones
remember.
is great.
I think if you're a really goofy friend, like you could name them like Green Goblin if they're like kind of a goofy guy who's like
I
just
like,
having goon sessions. you can name
I think
him Green
Rocky
Goblin.
Balboa. Rocky Balboa is like
good.
for a boxer, it's like the perfect name. Isn't it? Like, it's just that guy.
Yeah,
Jack Sparrow, Captain Jack Sparrow. Fuck man.
it's good
I'm
name.
just getting away with this.
Oh man.
There's a lot of good Tarantino movie names, like in Inglourious Basterds, Antonio Margheriti,
Ooh,
From Dusk
I
Till
gotta
Dawn, Santanico
Maybe a
Pandemonium, and then from Django Unchained, Broomhilda von Shaft.
Have you guys
Good
seen have you seen Boys in the Hood? You know, with Ice Cube, John Singleton, his
Mhm.
film?
Mhm.
The Lawrence Fishburne's character in that is called Furious Styles, and that's just a fucking cool name, isn't it?
That is a
That
good
is,
name.
yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, there it is for our draft. Shout out Jordan Gag for that recommendation. We still got more drafts coming in this episode, but I figured we space them out a little bit.
Draft day.
Yeah, draft day. Great,
Yeah.
not great.
Bad movie.
But every year,
Oh,
it's a film, and every year before fantasy football drafts, I always get in the mood to watch it. And it's just so bad. It's just very bad. But new trailers this week. So one thing that's interesting is now the Mean Girls movie, the new movie is just called like Mean Girls. But I swear when they were first announcing it, like I know we just talked about a couple weeks ago how they're not trying to market musicals. I swear it was initially Mean Girls the musical is what like the whole title was, and now it's just Mean Girls. So they're really sticking to the bit of not.
They've caught on. They know. They've caught on.
People are going to be real upset when if they go into this not expecting a musical, because this one's like a full on musical. I don't think it's like a movie with musical numbers. I think it's just like a full on.
Musicals are fucking good anyway, man. Like,
marketing teams are just so anti musical. But Mean Girls, the musical Mean Girls 2, whatever the hell it is. But how are you guys fans of the original Mean Girls? Are you excited for the second one?
I like it.
Those are
I'm not going to watch the second one, but I like the original.
I really like the first one. I think
the first one's
classic. Yeah.
You know when I watched it, Tyler? Like I watched it like only like probably like 6-7 months ago for the first time. It is crazy how many lines in that have become like pop culture references that everyone talks about now. Like the amount of impact that's had on just like social culture in general is ridiculous. I thought it was funny. I really liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
I don't have it rated apparently.
I've only seen the original Mean Girls I think once.
I think it's great. I think it's a genuine
There's some
bona fide
funny
classic.
shit in that. Yeah, but it's got Rachel McAdams in, Tyler. That's why you love it so much.
I think that's the same year she did The Notebook. Like the same, she was filming them at the same exact time, which is like crazy range to do like Mean Girls and The Notebook, or just two.
Mean Girls is so much better than The Notebook as well. So
I would agree. Mean Girls is awesome. But yeah, I don't think the second one's gonna be anything to write home about. This is like a classic, like definitely not going to go to the theater, but like when it comes out on streaming, I'll probably pop it on in the background, check it out. But who knows? Maybe this will have some good word of mouth reviews, but not a lot of the original cast is returning, but like Tina Fey, a couple of others are. So it's just kind of a weird, like,
it's written by Tina Fey. Like it's her idea. It's like her idea on like a Mean Girls musical, I think.
Who was Tina Fey in the original one?
She's the mom, right?
Oh yeah, because she was like young.
I think she was a teacher actually. I don't think she was the mom.
Yeah.
Oh,
she
really?
was a teacher. Yeah. But yeah, also random aside, like when I was watching Mamma Mia last night, the credits, the executive producers were Tom Hanks and his wife. So it's kind of fun to just have a lot of money and just be like, love ABBA, let's just make this movie. Like,
oh yeah.
But next trailer, The First Omen, directed by Arkasha Stevenson. Like cast is kind of crazy for how like kind of weird meh the movie looked to me. But Bill Nighy, Ralph Ineson, and Keith Thomas. So Bill Nighy, obviously huge name. Ralph Ineson from several great movies. Like he was in The Witch.
The best voice ever. And like horror and stuff. It's amazing.
But I don't know, like, is this going to be a good movie, or is this just like another like church horror?
Looks bad.
I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah,
I don't care about it. Who?
Neon, right?
Oh, is it Neon? Okay, that's a bit more. It's a bit more promising than like a Blumhouse, for example.
Maybe I'm wrong about that. Let's give me a sec. No, 20th Century Studios. My bad. So it's distributed by Fox.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the director. Okay, he's only done.
Yeah,
I have no idea about this film.
Yeah, so a woman starts to question her own faith when she uncovers a terrifying conspiracy to bring about the birth of evil incarnate in Rome. I just swear, like every other horror movie that comes out, they're like, let's just like have nuns and make it spooky as hell and haunt cams.
Well, that's not been the case for a while, and recently it started to like pick back up again, because like the early 2010s, every film was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Then now they're bringing it back, and they're all just shit. Like,
I'm not watching this shit.
Yeah,
I don't even think I'll watch it, to be honest.
Yeah,
because at first, like, which I don't know, I didn't research enough. At first, I saw the name of The First Omen. I was like, oh, is this part of like the Omen franchise? But I'm pretty sure it's not. Like, I'm pretty sure it's
I
just
don't think
like
it is
completely separate. So
it is.
Yeah, don't know about that. But then the final trailer, Arcane season 2. Did any of us watch Arcane season 1?
Yeah, dude.
George did.
George just spoke about that shit to death.
That's a top 5 season 1 of television ever.
Tell us about season 2 and your hype level.
It's very, very hype. I've seen season 1. Oh God, maybe 4 times through, 3, 4.
How high is it on your like TV in general?
It's high. I truly believe it is a top 5 season 1 of television ever, and it's one of the best just like single seasons.
Literally like over the Christmas, Anna just watched it.
It's so good.
And she really liked it. It was great.
Just everything about it is just perfection, not a false note to be found. I'm gonna watch it again after this. We're done with this episode.
She really likes it.
So I've
season 2
pushed.
I don't know what it is. Is it a game? Was it a game?
It's
Before
it's
on?
Based
on
a
League of Legends.
prequel to League of Legends,
Oh,
which I never played. And everyone keeps asking, "Oh, if I never played League of Legends, will I enjoy it?" I'm like, me, never played League of Legends. I have no idea what League of Legends is, no idea the lore outside of Arcane now.
I don't. I don't
And
know what
I
League of Legends is
still
really.
came out of it thinking this highly of it.
So is it like fun?
is-
Is it like fantasy then? Like fantasy show? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
fantasy science fiction?
interesting.
It's so good. It's so fucking good. Oh my god, it's already the best TV show of the year. It hasn't even come out yet.
Fair.
Yeah,
Did you
I'll
drop
watch
your
it.
TV show rankings of 2023 yet, or is that still
You
in the
did it
works?
yesterday.
No, I did it yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
did it
missed that one.
yesterday. I saw that shit.
I had to finish Scavenger's Reign. Yeah, which was very good, by the way. Watch it.
I don't know what that is.
But that's it for trailers. Pretty light trailer week. Of course, we're kind of getting in the part of the year where super fun for awards, but also like there's not going to be a ton of major movie releases coming out in terms of the first quarter of the year. Usually, I mean, until like Dune Part 2 comes out, I don't think we're having a ton of big releases in January, February. Movie news. So Letterboxd plans to bring TV show logging to their platform later this year. Cam and Seth,
Actually, no.
the floor's yours to fight about it.
This is just
No,
such
I take
non-deal.
it back. I take it back. I so when I was getting annoyed about it, I didn't see that they confirmed that it's going to be like separate. If it's separate, then cool, that's fine. I just don't.
But
want it
even
on
if it's
my-
not, like, it's
Yeah, but
just not that deep.
No, it is because you sign up to Letterboxd for films. I want to go for that particular style. Most people sign up for films. I don't want them clogging up on my thing because I'm not interested in it, and that's why there's separate apps for film and TV. And also, it's
Yeah,
like
but you got to look at this from like a business
Yeah,
standpoint.
yeah.
This is
no,
such,
I am.
This is
No,
such a
I am.
brand
I'm
new
saying-
market, and there's Letterboxd and Serialized. Letterboxd needs to get ahead on like
I agree. No,
merging
no.
the two before Serialized does.
I agree. I was just saying, like, for me, I wouldn't want to. I get it from their point of view.
Yeah.
I'm saying for me, I just don't want
But
to.
also, anyone thinking that it wasn't going to be like
Yeah.
a separate entity on the Letterboxd app is just dumb. Like
No,
it was
they
never
didn't
going to
confirm.
be. Letterboxd understands the value of what they've built.
Well, they've got like limited series on there. They could have put it on the same one.
Yeah, but
Like, I think that would have been an error to put it on the same one if they did do so. I think that would have been like a really bad move.
For me, it's just like I just don't understand how looking at like you open your Letterboxd app and all of a sudden you see a movie, like you're gonna be upset, or
Because,
sorry,
like,
a TV
I
show, you're
use
gonna
it.
be upset.
I
Because-
also
no, I'm not really upset, but I
use
use it a
Letterboxd.
lot.
I use Letterboxd again for me, but I also want to see what you guys are watching. Like if you guys are
Yeah, I
watching,
don't know for
I just,
for other people
I'm
to
just
see
too
if they see a
lazy
good
for
show.
Serialized. That's
Yeah,
I mean,
me,
I don't
like-
use serialized. If they like you said, if it's like if it's gonna be like a toggle to a different app or like a separate app, probably be like a
No, it'll
thing
be,
toggle over.
it'll be the exact same app, and it'll be something on the top that just says TV shows.
If you can like toggle it off, this is the thing though. I wouldn't like it if like I'm scrolling on the Friends and TV shows like I just don't care about it.
I mean, that's
I don't-
fair, but don't you
Like
care
if
what
but
we're
if there's
watching?
like a different thing, then yeah,
What
it's
if
fine.
what if 1 week all I'm doing is watching TV shows?
But then I'd message you.
Why would
You
you
know?
do that when you could just
No,
open
but
up
I just-
Letterboxd?
Because like like on Letterboxd, I like seeing films. I like because I use it a lot to look at. Like,
I get what you're saying. I like Letterboxd and its structure, and I like that it's strictly movies. But I don't think
I
this
don't
is
watch TV, and
yeah,
also
neither
like
do
I'm.
I. Also,
You watch more than I do.
personally, I don't think I would use it. Like I don't think like if Letterboxd has TV shows, I don't think I'm logging them.
Really?
Like I'm not going through every TV show I've ever seen like the way I did with movies when I first got Letterboxd.
It's difficult, but if, like I said, I don't really I don't mind if there's a
Yeah.
separd way of
I
doing it.
will
I kind of
say,
feel
this
bad.
is-
Did you
this
see
is a-
serialized? Go on.
Well, yeah, Serialized is gonna get fucked.
Did you
I
see that
think.
tweet? I feel kind of
No,
bad. They
what'd they
tweeted
say?
like it was something like, "Oh,
Death is near.
we're still." They were like, "Oh, we're still allowing you to log TV shows," something like that. They were like a sad face at the end. I was like, "Shit, man, they're fucked."
Yeah, they're
It's just
I've
funny
never-
from
they're gonna
Go
get
on, Tyler.
rocked.
Sorry.
I was gonna say it's just funny from a business standpoint because like like for Letterboxd, like at some point when they're deciding should we bring TV shows, like obviously the idea had to have at least been floated, like should we just try and acquire serialized, and at some point in that decision process like nah, we can just add it ourselves. So it's like screw serialized.
Yeah, serialized is like a weird one. So I have it.
I
I've
don't
never
like
really-
that,
I've
man, but I
never-
think I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
used to Letterboxd.
No, I was about to say the same thing. I have it. I never really used it at all. I don't really like the UI on it at all. Like it's difficult. I do kind of feel bad for them though, because Letterboxd is such a huge entity where if they add TV on a separate tab or whatever it is on the same app, they will be like fucked. Like, to be
I
honest.
felt bad for Serialized too. Like at some point in 2023, I tweeted like, downloaded Serialized to try and log some TV shows and hated the UI so much that I immediately deleted it. And they like DM me like, hey, like thanks for your feedback. Can you let us know what you didn't like about it? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, guys.
It is a bit of a shit. It isn't like it's quite hard to. Maybe it's just I'm too used to Letterboxd.
Yeah,
You know? Maybe it's just that.
It's just
But
it's
I
hard
have
when
heard
people are
many
used to one thing.
complaints.
It's the same thing as like Threads. Like Threads is the most dead thing in the world. And it's like it's just people aren't gonna pour it over from Twitter, even though they literally try to copy it exactly. It's just not the same.
That was the funniest like 2 days.
Yeah, that was everyone.
No
was on
one
it for
used
like 2
it
days.
I tried going back on Threads like 2 weeks ago just to test it out because like obviously when people follow you on Instagram, like 50% or so will just like automatically
I always
follow you on
get
Threads too.
notifications.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, like there's more followers. Like, should we try this out? And like you throw out a tweet and you're just like, God, or like a thread or whatever. I'm like, God, this is a ghost town here.
It's the vocabulary as well. Like no one's gonna say, "Oh, have you seen my thread?" You know what I mean? Like,
it's such a fake boardroom type of app too, where like I'm sure Instagram and their like boardroom meetings, like, look how many followers these people have. It's like, yeah, I think I have like 3,000 Threads followers. Like I can put out any sort of tweet, even if it's like engagement bait or thread, and I'm not getting shit. Like in like Letterboxd or like some other brand accounts will like just copy and paste whatever they tweet onto Threads, and like it's 0.01% of the engagement.
It's so funny how like people actually believe that Twitter was going to die, or like sorry, X was going to die. Like no, it fucking wasn't. There's no way.
I mean, yeah, Elon's handled it about as badly as he can. And it's still thriving. Like I think it's just kind of showing like Twitter is just such a cultural zeitgeist. Like there's never going away.
It's like even though it's not even called Twitter, everyone still calls them tweets. And it will always happen. Do you know what I mean? It's just how it is on that app. Like, but
yeah. But I think it could be fine. Like I'm not a big TV watcher, but I think for like Spotify, for example, like they added podcasts, like 2 or 3 years ago, but like not like when I'm searching for songs or anything now, like podcasts show up and ruin it. Like I think that was integrated well. Podcasts and Spotify and music have been separated pretty well. I think same thing with the HBO merger. I know there's more America focused, but when HBO merged with Discovery, people were like, now I'm going to be trying to watch like good films and like 90 Day Fiance and stuff will show up. And it's like the app's fine. Like they're pretty well separated. Like I'm never really like running into one when looking for the other. And I think the thing is Letterboxd is very in the know of their, like, I'm sure obviously they were like responding to tweets about the backlash. Like they know now, like, especially like, I think the best thing that ever happened to them was tweeting saying they're bringing TV shows. Cause now they know just how against it a lot of people are. So now they know if they're going to add it, they're going to be so much more, they're probably going to triple check how they're going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to take precautions obviously to make sure that it doesn't hinder the current experience. I think that's what they tweeted saying that, they'll make sure it doesn't hinder the current experience. But if they'd have done it so it was just like, oh, here's an update, TV shows, it would have been crazy. Like it would have been
really another example of like all PR is good PR, because I think all the backlash they got is probably like one of the best things that's probably going to happen to them, because now they're going to be so much more thoughtful about their rollout.
Did you guys see that they threw shade at like discussing film?
Yeah.
So it's like you tweet them. Obviously, they're going to
Letterboxd was like upset on Twitter this week. Like,
they revealed the news.
Yeah,
and then
whoever
like a few like angry tweets.
Forever like it was like Flynn Slicker, whoever like runs their account. You just know they probably like was getting so much heat from the top of Letterboxd, being like, "Why the hell did you tweet this?" Like you can tell they were upset or pissed off. And
it's
like,
God, you literally said the news. That's what discussing film is. Give them a fucking break. You know what I mean? I felt bad for discussing film. It's stupid.
And then like Lights Camera Barstool, which is just a funny account because they're like it's Barstool Sports movie brand. And, like they are a legit movie brand, but they'll have some like joke tweets every now and then. Like one of their news updates is like, breaking news: Letterboxd pissed off at discussing film for tweeting about the news that they tweeted out themselves. And I'm like, I bet Letterboxd like admin saw that and like, God, they're just seething at the mouth. But yeah, movie Twitter isn't the beast you want to play with. People will come at you.
Yeah.
The Safdie brothers have split up. Huge PR move for the Safdie brothers, because they obviously are going through. There's a ton of scandal that came out about the filming of Good Time and I don't know what it's called, like just like the intimacy portion of it. There's a lot of sketchy and shady stuff that happened with some of the scenes.
Yeah.
And nothing really came out about it after that. We still don't really know.
It is weird. It went quiet, didn't it? Like it really went quiet after the original allegations received. So I don't actually know what happened with it at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if like one brother is more to blame than the other or what, or if they're just trying to split for other reasons. I know Benny Safdie's trying to get a lot more into acting as well. So maybe it's just like
I do think it might be like creative, to be fair. I do think it might be creative differences or creative, other goals and stuff.
Yeah, I think Benny's definitely the one who's taken off in terms of like it just naturally, if you're going to be more actor focused as opposed to director, your name's going to get out there a lot more than if you're just making films. But yeah, Safdie brothers split up. Don't think it's that big of a deal. I think whatever content they were going to make is probably just going to come out.
We'll finally see like who's the better one if they both direct films.
We'll finally find out, just like we kind of did with the Coens. But I feel like the Coens kind of came out pretty equal. I feel like when there was, but we can all agree. I think everyone can agree the Coens are better when together. Best Buy has begun removing all physical media from their shelves, so we knew this was coming, but it's really sad now to see all the photos come in of just like there's 0 DVDs and Blu-rays there anymore. So
is that like a media shop specifically for media, or is it like
it's like a technology, like it's where you buy your new TVs, new game consoles,
okay.
like it's just all technology stuff, and a place where you get a ton of like DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff. So those have been starting to be cleared out.
Sad.
Yeah, it's tough. Physical media seems like it's dying. Like I think
Which
supporting
is
physical
crazy,
media is a
but-
pro move, but I also feel like they've been shooting themselves in the foot a bit with the whole, and the same thing video games do with the whole, like, yeah, you own it, but like you don't actually own it. You have to be in like a proper region in order for this DVD to work. Like sharing it, like sometimes you have to like download it before you can use it. Like I think it's weird that they're like region locked. I was like, that's such a weird thing. Like if you buy a UK DVD, like and you put it in like a US, yeah, it's like weird. Like what? I don't know. It's like if you're, I feel like physical media is like you own it, you have it, it's yours.
It did make me happy about the Oppenheimer though. Like when that sold out like instantly, and the 4K wasn't available for like 3
Holdovers
weeks.
also just came out on physical media, and that sold out instantly as
Really? That's
Yeah.
good, man. That's like it's really nice to see. Like it took me ages to get an Oppenheimer 4K, and I still haven't been able to get the Steelbook.
well.
And like, even though I'm sad about that, I'm kind of happy, you know, because it's people buying it again, which is
Right,
nice
yeah.
to see. But yeah, it's shit, definitely shit. It's like here, it's not happened yet where it's all of them gone, but I'll go like to where I usually go. It's called HMB, where I usually buy like Criterions and stuff. It's getting like less so every time I go in. Like it's getting like less available, and people less buying. So yeah, it's a bit shit, definitely.
Definitely. Barbie is now deemed adapted screenplay as opposed to original screenplay, as they had they originally campaigned. I mentioned this to Cam when we filmed it last real quick. It's like, I mean, Barbie didn't make either of our screenplay nominations, but I'm really glad it didn't make like adapted or original or whatever it was when we made our ReelTok award categories, what it was supposed to be in, and then we released them like, here's our nominees. And then like a day later, it's like actually they're switching to adapted instead of original, and we'd be like, fuck, now we're just hung out to dry with the ReelTok awards. But it doesn't matter for us. But yeah, I think it was funny. One
Annoying-ass
person,
Twitter discourse.
yeah, one Twitter thread that was hilarious. Like someone saying, like, "Oh, it's not adapted." Yeah, and
is it the Sonic guy?
Yeah, like this guy's replying to her like, "Yeah, it's adapted because this and this." You're like basically she's kind of saying like, "You don't know what you're talking about." He's like, "I literally wrote Sonic movies."
Yeah,
yeah. So he's like, "I wrote the Sonic movies, and they're not based on anything, but they're adapted screenplays." And like she just didn't respond.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "You got it." That was so funny.
Because like I thought it was a random Twitter because he wasn't like verified or anything. And you click on his thread, it's like writer of Sonic 1, 2, and 3.
He
a
like
couple
5K
other movies.
followers, I swear. Like he wasn't. And he's just like.
And then I think that literally just that his tweet alone just like ended the Twitter discourse. You're like, okay, it's some like an actual guy's here that like is a writer that knows.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it should have. I think we all said. Well, I mean, me and Tyler did that. We thought it definitely would have been adapted from the get go. You know, so it's an IP, it's an entity product. You know, but I don't know how people thought it was going to be original. Like it was probably
that writer for Sonic also spelled that out so easily too. He's like, here's the easiest way to tell if it says based on characters from, it's adapted. And like the very opening title card of Barbie is based on characters from Ruth, whatever.
Everyone knows the characters. If you know the characters, it's adapted. Like,
right.
That's it.
But yeah, so that's moved. I think it might honestly like be better. Wait, I adapted. No, it's probably more difficult now. But either way, I think Barbie like has so much Oscar buzz. I don't really know. I think either way, it probably had a good chance of winning. We'll see. The original Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse is now in the public domain. We're already seeing horror movies about it. Mickey's Mousetrap is releasing in March. Steamboat Willie is beginning to film in spring. So it's Winnie the Pooh all over again. Another horror. Also, the original Peter Pan is now in the public domain as well. So all these like early Hollywood, beginning of IP, you know, the early 1920s are starting to become, you know, the like 100-year domain run is up, and now people in the public make them.
100 years on the domain for it.
Yes, I don't know. Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse is going to be starting to be the new Winnie the Pooh, because also Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 or whatever is coming out this year at some point. So going to see a lot of more weird movies. Yeah, there is a sequel coming.
Whatever.
Don't worry.
That Grinch movie. Where are we supposed to get a horror?
Oh
Grinch
shit!
movie?
Yeah. I remember.
We talked about.
Is it out?
I don't know. We talked about.
I think we said it comes out at a weird time. Like it's not. Maybe it came out. I think it came out on Christmas. Actually,
yeah.
Like December 2nd, if I remember correctly.
I
think it was December 2nd. Let's see.
What was it called?
Yeah, what was
the mean one?
The mean one.
The mean one. Yeah.
2022 movie allegedly.
What?
I don't know. December 8th, 2022. We're a year behind, y'all.
It's got a 1.9. Oh, so like 2 guys from our Discord have seen it. They both give it a half star or something.
There you go.
So we're not going to watch it.
No, you're more than welcome to.
As if we
Yeah,
just
I'm
asked
sure.
when
You
it's
should've
coming
started
out.
your year with that, Cam.
I
Yeah,
should have.
true.
You're right. Honestly.
We just asked when it's coming out, and it's been out for like a year. That's
Yeah.
about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Clearly, they
Oh,
didn't have
yeah.
enough marketing budget.
No.
Oh, man.
Jack Black has been cast as Steve in the Minecraft movie. I think the Minecraft movie, like the Super Mario Bros. Movie, obviously made like 1.3 billion, but Minecraft is obviously the highest grossing video game ever to exist ever. It's just such a cultural zeitgeist. I feel like this movie's gonna make buku bucks no matter
It
what.
will make
is.
a lot, but I had this argument with Joe on Twitter. George got involved, I'm pretty sure. It's not going to make more than the Mario movie.
No,
That's
it won't.
crazy.
I
will.
don't think it.
Mario,
I think,
Minecraft's
I think
the
it makes a
highest selling-
billion. I don't know if it tops Mario.
I don't. Minecraft's the highest selling video game ever, but Mario is a completely different entity, and so that's how it's passed down through generations.
Mhm.
Mario, but I think the Minecraft
Mario is also such Super Mario Bros. Movie is the
Mario.
only video game movie
Yuck.
to have grossed what?
1.3.
Oh,
I think
for
is
what?
what it meant. Billion. Oh, sorry. You were asking what you say Mario. That's gross.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Super Mario.
It is Mario. Come on, George, tell him.
But anyways, it is the only video game movie to have grossed over 450 million.
And it made what 1.3 billion?
Yeah,
Crazy.
and it made a chunk, but it's an anomaly. And the
And
fact that-
Minecraft is live action. What the fuck?
yeah,
It's
So
a live
weird.
action film. It's such
That's
a really
awesome.
I know.
weird.
I don't know.
Is it
I know.
awesome? I think it's
That's
gonna be
awesome.
dog shit.
It's gonna be awful. And also Mario wasn't bad enough. Like some people unironically have Mario like in their top 10 of the year.
I liked
like,
Mario.
yeah, I liked Mario just enough. You know, it's
Yeah, I
not
thought
it's
it
not
was
like no one thought it was horrible on this pod.
Mhm.
Like no one thought
Yeah,
it was
it's very fine.
egregiously bad. And I'm not saying it's great, but it's good enough that some people might think it like consider it
it's
great,
not
and also
the,
it's
like, the
good enough to
pull
get
because
good
it's
buzz.
okay.
Like
Also,
yeah,
Chris Pratt is a pull. I know a lot of people
Yeah.
like shit on his
Like,
voice. and
Garfield
everything.
will make money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you hear
Garfield will make
Chris
money.
Pratt is playing Mario, you're gonna want to like check it out.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah,
agree.
I think it's
agree.
like Minecraft are doing this thing where they're just like the Jack Black thing is very. It's just a very. I saw people going crazy about it, and it is funny. Don't get me wrong, but it's a very much an expected casting. Do you know what I mean? Like it was going to happen. That Jack Black was going to be in it with like Jason Momoa, and I can't remember who else is in it now, but
Pedro
I don't know.
Pascal,
Like,
allegedly.
I feel like it's going to be really, really, really bad. Like really bad. Live action Minecraft is so weird to even think about. I don't know how they'll.
Wait,
do
why?
it.
This says that Pedro Pascal is playing Steve, but it's definitely Jack
No, it's
Black.
Jack
No.
Black.
So
It's-
I know. I know.
That would be a cast if he played
so
Steve.
Minecraft. The Google is fake. Wrong cast.
Here's my early prediction. So obviously they're gonna try and recreate a Peaches moment, but my prediction is it's gonna be Jack Black singing a rendition of Zombies. And that's going to be like a Minecraft
it.
rendition of Zombies. That's my prediction.
I
You
like
heard it
it.
here first. Minecraft movie will have a Zombies rendition. of Jack Black.
Danielle Brooks, who was in obviously The Color Purple,
Mhm.
she's the other person who was major person who's cast in it. Daniel Brooks, the big ones like Daniel Brooks, Jack Black, and Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa
all
will
of
have a
them,
good time. He'll have a good
Like
time.
if you look at if you outside of Chris Pratt, if you look at the Super Mario Bros cast,
Tiny
like
Taylor
Taylor-Joy,
all of
Charlie
them-
Day.
Seth
yeah,
Rogen,
all of them are better
Jack
than
Black.
every single person in the Minecraft movie. Like
No,
all the
Jack
way
Black's
down.
great.
But he's also
Jack
Mario.
Black's also so he trumps himself because he's also in
Oh yeah,
Mario.
actually, yeah,
Like,
shit.
that-
Jason
so-
Momoa is weird, man, because I kind of like him. Like, in
I like
Fast X,
Jason
he was the
Momoa.
only-
Don't get me wrong. I like Jason Momoa, but Jason Momoa is not Anya.
One of you, I think
Taylor-Joy,
George
Chris
might have had
Pratt,
him in
even
his
Charlie
short list for supporting actor last year for Fast X. One of you had him in your
I
short
did
list.
not.
No, they
Day. Maybe me.
Yeah, I think Cam did. Yeah.
Maybe me. I
Don't go
stand by it
spreading
if
that
I did.
propaganda.
George straight
I
out of
stand,
nowhere.
I
Crazy.
stand by it. Whatever. I'm in for that.
I mean, yeah, he was one of the best parts of the movie, I think, for sure.
Yeah.
He was the only good part of the film, like realistically.
So
he was
there we
funny.
go.
Have you
There
seen
we
the
go.
direct? Sorry, have you seen the directs for the Minecraft movie? What the fuck?
Who is it?
It's the guy who did Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre.
Hell yeah. it
I'm
is.
kind of in
That's
now.
probably
Like
why
they're both
Jack
good
Black-
films.
No,
Like,
now-
So now we
I'm
know
out.
why Jack Black's back.
now I'm in.
Yeah.
Now I'm in. I'm in. They're both funny as fuck. I'm in. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then last little bit of news before we get into nerd news. Jenna Ortega is in talks to star in Taika Waititi's next film, Clara and the Sun. Cool,
People
whatever.
were-
A lot of
yeah,
people are
people were
disappointed
about
about that, but
Yeah.
Who cares?
nerd news. Chad Stileski wants to direct a Star Wars movie. I feel like he's at the point in his career where if he wants to do something, you should hand it over to him and let him do it.
Star Wars is dumb, so
They
they're
won't do
not.
it.
Yeah, no.
Is that
Yeah.
what you'd like want ideally? Like not
I mean,
want.
the,
Like,
the guy that did
I'll
the
give him-
greatest action franchise of all time. Yeah.
he
I-
directed
I
a
mean-
Mission Impossible film. Did he really?
Chad Stileski? I don't think so.
No, he
No, that was
didn't.
maybe because George said it was the most.
Yeah,
best.
good one.
I don't know.
I-
Like, but is it like
I mean,
I
I don't
know,
know
but
if he's a
what are you
good
trying to
director.
say?
Like, what has he done outside of the John Wicks? I think the
I
John
mean,
Wicks are great. I really think they're
If
great.
you're gonna judge his directing, you have to go by the
Okay,
John
so
Wick stuff.
all he has ever done is the John Wicks. And
But the directing in the John Wicks is like
maybe The
incredible
Crow?
for the most part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Is he attached to Ballerina? He's producing it, but not directing it. I'd just like to see what he can do, maybe outside of it, but also give him the keys to a Star Wars movie.
It would be kind of like
I
a weird hire, you know what I mean? 'Cause he's only done those.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm so in love with both Star Wars and the MCU, and just so like meh with the recent projects that I'm like, give anyone the keys and let them like run into a wall. I don't care. Like, we'll see what happens.
Then
Could be
Stephen
great.
Yeun has dropped out of Thunderbolts due to scheduling conflicts.
He's
So,
been announced to go to star in
Lee
Lee.
Isaac Chung.
Lee Isaac Chung's
Yeah,
next film.
Is he the guy who did Minari? Is it the Minari
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Minari and Burning and
I don't think he did. Did he do Burning
nope.
as well? Is the same guy?
Mhm.
Oh
Nope.
shit!
He's great.
Nope. What do you mean?
He's
No.
in Stephen
No.
Yen is no.
Oh,
yeah.
No, he didn't. He didn't do Burning. Oh, you mean
You
Stephen?
were saying,
Yeun.
I was
you're-
confused.
you're
I
about
was
talking
talking about
two
Lee
different
Isaac
people
Chung.
now.
Sorry. No, I was talking about Stephen Yen.
Mhm.
Bummer. Boo. I don't think like scheduling conflicts is a real thing.
It's
I
definitely
think
not
this is-
scheduling conflict.
No, yeah, I think this
He's
is.
He's
just a
seen the
smart-
state of it. He's
yeah.
like, fuck this.
He's
I
a
think he might have
smart
read this.
person.
I think he might have read the script, and so that just.
You know,
that just
did you see
scares
he
me
did
a
it by
little bit.
text as well? That's really funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry, dude, not coming.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, I feel like you can make it work, especially this movie's going to be in front of a big ass green screen and he's going to have to deliver like 10 lines or something. I think you could have gotten him in.
Was he a
like,
big part in the film?
So he's not like one of the main people. So he's playing Sentry. He's not like one of the main Thunderbolts or whatever you want to call him.
So
what Sentry a villain,
I think he was going to be like the big hero that saves the day at the end because he's super powerful in the comics from what I've seen. So that was my guess, is he'd be like a big, like a home run hero or whatever, like Superman in Justice League or something.
That would have been a good name for Marvel to have as well. Stephen Yeun's fucking great.
Yeah, no,
movie
exactly.
right there.
That's I'm very bummed about this because he's
Fantastic.
in that movie. It's not a bad cast movie by any means. It's got David Harbour, Florence Pugh, what's his name, who's the son of Wyatt Russell. It's got Daniel Bruhl, big names in the movie, but
I just put together Wyatt Russell's Kurt Russell's son. Is that
yeah?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
I like Wyatt Russell.
Yeah, I like him too. He's very good in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like he's one of the best parts of it. A lot of it, like big names, but Stephen Yen, I think, is like one of the better actors that would have been in that. I think Florence Pugh is one of the best we have right now. So I'm not going to say he's better than her, but definitely a good actor.
So good. He's in Mickey 17, actually, isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know. They've only released one image.
Yeah.
He's not in the image.
Unless it's Robert Pattinson in front of what looks like a MRI machine.
MRI scan, yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
All right, next drafted episode is going to be drafting the best movies of 2023. So we all kind of posted our own rankings of our top movies of the year on TikTok. We're going to have our ReelTok Awards next week, kind of saying our award winners of the year. So I figured way to wrap up 2023. It's a little different than what you've already been seeing if you're following us on all our TikToks. It's just to draft a collection of 5 movies, snaking our way through it. And then at the end, you can comment down below and let us know, like, of these, each 4 of our selection of 5, which chunk of 5 movies of 2023 are you picking as your king, your winner? Seth, you're getting the first pick here. I think I probably know which way you're going, but
yeah, I would say my number 1, Kills of the Flower Moon.
Yep. Makes sense. And then Cam, I'm probably sure where you're going to.
So I have a different one.
Actually, no, never mind, because your number 1 is different now, and so I don't know where you're going.
Got to pick the number 1, Cameron.
Yeah, I'll go with my number 1, and I'm totally okay with that. It's The Iron Claw. That movie is so great. It's so fucking.
I can't believe I actually just realized you passed up a Spider-Verse in the draft.
I know.
Might be the first time ever.
You passed that up.
I guess I'll just pick my number 1 too, Oppenheimer, and then George is the final pick. Gets back to back.
Across the Spider-Verse, and then John Wick.
I didn't know what had a better chance of making it back to me, but I think Tyler, your number 2 is The Iron Claw. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
My number 3 is Iron Claw.
Holdovers?
I'll go the Holdovers next. Yeah.
Yeah, good pull.
Holdovers my number 4, but
is it me?
I'm not.
Oh,
No,
sorry,
it's
Scott,
me.
yeah.
I'm gonna jump off the beaten path a little bit for votes, but I'm gonna go with Godzilla -1.
That's good for those.
I mean, yeah.
No, I
Everyone
agree.
loves-
That's what I'm saying. I'm jumping off. Like this isn't
Oh,
my
I agree.
order. This is my order of the year, but I'm
Yeah, same with me. Like Perfect Days is my second best of the year, but like no one's seen it. So
yeah.
Seth back to back.
I'll go. What's been taken? I'll go Ferrari, and then I'll go one that isn't going to get picked this early, other than me. Wonka.
Nice.
Wow.
Actually,
No,
Cam
I
might pick
totally
Wonka.
would
No,
pick- I was
Cam,
totally-
yeah. I forgot you loved it.
I
Real Talk
almost
Best
picked it.
Picture
People
nominee.
really love Wonka too, which is awesome. Like from like a
People got
random
Wonka
comments on
hard.
TikTok standpoint, people really like Wonka.
My comments in my review were either people hating it or people loving it. Like not much in the middle. So, but I was.
I don't even have my list pulled up. I'm just throwing out random names, but I think it's a good point to get Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Maybe not second round, but I'm okay with it.
I probably would have maybe
someone
sold it
someone
there.
would have picked it sooner or
Yeah.
later.
It wouldn't have made it back to you for sure. Me or
Okay,
George
that's
would have
fine.
taken it. So it's me next. I will go Asteroid City.
Nice.
Yes, love it. It's a great take. Love great take.
And George gets back to back.
Yeah, I'll take Past Lives. And then see my next highest rated is Suzumi, but I don't know if that's gonna do good with votes. So I'm gonna take Poor Things.
Nice. Past Lives, I noticed on Twitter, just like all of a sudden the last 48 hours, starting to get like the Coda treatment a bit.
It
Where
is,
people are starting to
yeah.
say, like-
I've noticed quite a lot of like negative past lives tweets.
Mhm.
That's, like,
Yeah,
day
very,
or so.
very negative tweets flowing in.
It's just any film, though, isn't it? Realistic on
Yeah.
Twitter, crazy.
Yeah, but it's weird because this one came out like 9 months ago, and like now it's starting to get like the turn.
Yeah.
All right, where do I want to go next? This is where we kind of get interesting here. I'll go Priscilla. I shout
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay.
from the
Interesting.
top. She's still my best actress of the year. Cam, your fourth pick.
I'm gonna go with May December.
No,
I was between
yeah.
that or Priscilla.
That was
Yeah,
my
I
next pick.
figured. I
That was
didn't
my
think
next
it'd
pick.
come back to me. I didn't think.
Yeah,
I
that was
would-
literally my next pick.
All
Seth,
right.
you get back to backs to finish your draft.
Oh, I'll get my 9 and 10 of the year. So I'll go The Boy and the Heron and The Killer.
Nice.
Yeah, we're all getting
I'll,
great selections of 5 here. Very diverse.
Yep.
The Killer. Okay,
Good
and then
year for
Cam, your
film.
final pick.
I think this is a votes pick, but I do like it. It's my 15th highest of the year. I love Barbie. Big Barbie fan. So and it's good for votes.
And it's a good movie.
it's good
Me last. I'll go Anatomy of a Fall on my 5th.
Oh yeah, sure. I need to watch
Probably
that.
shot myself in the foot there, but oh well. George, the final pick of the draft.
I'll wrap up with the soul horror movie Talk to Me.
All right. Well, yeah, let us know which collection of 5 you like best, because I think these are all good blocks of 5. So Seth picked Killers of Flower Moon, Ferrari, Wonka, Boy and the Heron, and The Killer. Cam selected The Iron Claw, Godzilla -1, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May, December, and Barbie. And then I selected Oppenheimer, The Holdovers, Asteroid City, Priscilla, and Anatomy of a Fall. And George selected Across the Spider-Verse, John Wick 4, Past Lives, Poor Things, and Talk to Me. I think those are all wildly different chunks of 5, but all just great movies, and we all agree. So be interested to see Seth, Cam, myself, or George. Whose chunk of 5 do you like the best there?
Mine.
We have one more draft we're gonna do, but people asked to see our Letterboxd stats of the year. So I'm just gonna share each of our stats, and each person can kind of walk through them. We'll just kind of briefly go over them. But people
Oh, we're
want to
doing
see,
it on video. Nice.
yeah, people have wanted to see our stats. So I'm gonna start with Seth. Let me pull up the screen I'm sharing. So I got yours pulled up.
Did I ever send you mine?
Well,
just
you can see, you can go see him. Like I can look
Go
at
on
your
Letterboxd.
stats.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Do
so
we do
annoying.
that or just
900
like
hours.
the year in review stats?
That 900 hours is crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
899.9.
Dude, I had 999.1,
really? You got that?
Yeah. which is crazy because I figured you watch way more than me.
I think you rewatch a lot, though, don't you? You know what I
do
mean? Like,
rewatch a chunk.
wow,
also watch
Tuesdays were hitting for me, to be fair. Why did I watch so many more on Tuesdays? What the fuck? Saturdays, that's the
That is
UFC.
your lowest.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah, I guess
UFC and podcast day, you know?
Mhm.
Oh, Tyler, my last film was in between us. Great.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, 500th Willy Wonka.
See, you ruined your year. You ended on a low note. Like, what's wrong with you?
In Between
No,
Us?
boo. The In-Betweeners
is
is
that a
great.
good movie? I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen it. The poster looks bad. Just like
No, I don't. In
Okay.
Between is like
Okay.
In Between is
Okay,
one
never
of the greatest English sitcoms ever. Everyone loves
Alright.
it. Yeah.
I'm a big
Maybe
fan.
I'll
yeah.
check it out.
The movies are
All
good
right.
too. Good fun.
Lost Highway 5 times. There. They're not all my. I don't know if you guys noticed this though. On the year reviews, like they're not all my rewatches of the year. It's kind of weird. They kind of just skip
Yeah,
some out. I don't get
mine
that.
didn't include like Oppenheimer at first.
There's
until, like,
loads
a
of mine
couple
aren't there.
refreshes.
Yeah, how many Japanese films did I watch this year? That's kind of crazy.
30.
Well, I'll take it.
92 UK.
I don't know what that means. Though the blue one, like I know the orange is language. Is it just like where it's like the production company?
Yeah, probably the production.
The orange is like the one where it's like usually from drama, thriller, and horror. No surprise. Take it. Oh yeah, let me see the rewatches. Actually, I hadn't looked at this. I want to compare mine with like George, for example. It's down.
Oh,
They're like little pie chart.
mine.
There, yeah.
Wait,
I only reviewed 83%. George.
Wow, you don't rewatch shit.
I think I only rewatched like
Mine
shit
is
I, like,
way closer
love.
to 50-50.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. 73%.
Damn,
there's
but
73 total new releases.
That's off. I watched way more than that. I watched like at least like 90.
You
Well,
review
that's
only a little over half of your movies. You got
Yeah.
reviewed is green, so you only write a review for
try
about
again.
half.
I'm gonna try and do a bit better with that this year. Like I do probably what Cam said, like review this year's release. I think Willem Dafoe, what a boy.
Most watched actor, and Max von Sydow. What movies is he in?
He was in Force Awakens, I think. Actually, interesting enough. But he was a regular collaborator of like Bergman, but he's just done a lot of Hollywood stuff too. I think he was in like Shutter Island actually as well. Obviously, a lot of them are like Bergman actors. Ving Rhames and Tom Cruise. It's Mission Impossible, obviously. And Bill Murray's like Wes Anderson's guy, and I think I went through a lot of his films this year.
Yeah,
That kind of makes sense. Yeah, I watched 9 Wes Anderson films. Zack Snyder making it up there.
love that.
Yeah, kind of cool.
Which four would that be? Because you watch Man of Steel, you watch Batman vs
It'd be,
Superman.
This last year. So Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman,
Justice League.
Rebel Moon.
Justice League.
Rebel
Counts,
Moon
right?
and Justice League.
The Justice
Tough
League.
collection of 4 from Snyder.
Yeah, I watched Michael Mann, Denis Villeneuve, Hitchcock, Lynch.
Bergman's
watched it.
obviously the far and away number 1 most watched.
Yeah,
director
that's kind of
for
like my
the year.
Bergman year, I guess.
No surprises here on your highest
The
rated
thing is that
directors.
the highest rate is kind of like stupid because
Because if you watch one movie of theirs, like Celine Sciammo, and give it a 5 stars.
like Kubrick, I only watched like 3 or 4 of his films last year, but they're like my favorite ones. You know what I mean? Like, and Celine Sciammo, I watched like 2, I think, or 1 even. So I think they should like average it out where you have
and
to
like
watch
Todd Field, you just watch probably just only Tar, but it's like
They
you give
should
it 5
only see
stars. So it's like
Tar.
your
So I don't
highest
know why.
rated.
Do you know what I mean? It should be like a minimum of 3 films, I think,
Mhm.
in the uncertain things. My most liked review was Barbie. That's crazy, by the way. Highest average.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Whatever. Rated higher than average. Click. What? Johnny English. I've never seen that. Is that
It's like it's Rowan
Angelina
Atkinson
Jolie
films.
and Mr. Bean?
No, that's not Angelina Jolie. It's Mr. Bean though.
Who the
It's
hell
Mr.
is
Bean.
this? Oh no, Natalie Imbruglia. Sorry, in a small picture, you look like Angelina Jolie.
Have you seen The Changes, George?
No.
Two. Okay, I'd like you to watch that. I think that'd be interesting. I'd try that as a 2.66.
Lower than normal.
3 billboards. Yeah, that makes sense.
Still can't believe you rated that low.
Yeah,
I've never seen it, but you're just such a huge fan of Mark McDonough.
I know. It kind of saddened me, to be honest.
All right, that's pretty much it. But yeah, so huge Bergman year for you. I wonder who's going to be your guy this year. Is going to be number
Probably
one.
a Pit Chat Pong We're Stuckle, I think. That's what this year
And
started.
you're
Or
already
like,
rolling.
I don't know. I tend to just like latch on to certain directors at the start of the year. So 513, 294 reviews, 34 lists. I did 34 lists last year. That's actually more than I thought, to be honest. That's quite a lot.
I need to update like all of my Letterboxd lists. Mine are so out of date right now.
Yeah. Same.
George, 999.1 hours.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's mad.
How do you just do like hashtag stats in your list for it to get up?
It's like
I need to do that.
it's
Yeah.
like a profile stat or something.
Fridays went crazy for you, George.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
more logical. Monday's being pretty high.
Yeah,
I don't know why Tuesdays made for mine.
What happened August 14th to 20th? Greece?
No.
Greece.
Oh, Greece. Yeah.
Greece. Yeah.
0 films.
Already.
What's the highest? The one in December. I don't know.
27.
In a week?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I can't lie. That's
That's a lot.
impressive.
That was a lot of movies. That was recently.
Good way to bookend the year with your paint drying review that
Yeah.
you tweeted.
I'm kind of annoyed about that. I wish
That's
I
a
had-
boring
your,
film.
your
I mean,
most watched
8
are crazy.
times.
8 times, 7 times. So
This
Spider-Verse,
your
8
rewatches,
times.
that's just
Hell
this
yeah,
year. That's
George. That movie's
crazy.
awesome. Hell yeah.
Oh
That's
my-
also half the year.
Is that
That's
across?
half the
No
year.
wonder
Yeah.
your hours were so high, George.
That's
That's
awesome.
ridiculous. That's insane.
Hell
That's
yeah,
crazy.
George. That's awesome. Good for you.
Thanks.
Oh, Japanese, same as me. Nice.
Superheroes and action-packed battles with villains is your highest watched
Yeah.
theme.
Thanks.
Death,
Hell yeah.
action, menacing, most watched nano genre.
All right, show me the rewatches. Oh my god, it actually is like nearly.
Yeah, it's close to it. 58, 60.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
you
still
don't-
more new watches and rewatches, but yeah,
you
you're close to
reviewed a lot. Shit, I need to fucking get my hands
Yeah.
together.
118 new releases. Seth Rogen, your most watched movies
Yeah,
of the
that's
year.
I don't-
It's so random.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Gary
Ralph
Oldman.
Innocent. What? Ralph 9 films? Right? I don't think I've seen him in that many films.
I don't know.
Weird. Like all I know him from is The Witch off the top of my head.
Warwick
Obviously, he's been in
David.
tons.
Is that like Star Wars and Star Wars and Harry
He's in
Potter?
a lot of Star Wars and
Star Wars and Harry
Potter,
Potter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Neil Blomkamp.
You watched
I
a lot of
watched
sh-
a lot of
short
short
films.
films,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember.
So that kind of skewed. it.
Gore Verbinski. Is that just the Pirates and then the Ring?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be it, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Most liked review, Oppenheimer.
You
Most liked
20
list, right,
Twenty-
right person,
20,000,
wrong time. What a pull,
Nice.
20,500.
That was a good review.
Yeah.
I don't think
Rated
I've-
higher than average. Which Black Mirror episode is this? Is this Be Right Back? Yeah, Be Right
That's
Back.
the
I think
Donald
that one's
Gleason
Be
one,
Right
isn't it?
Back, and then that
Sunshine.
one's Be Right Back.
Dark the Moon sitting at a 5-star.
Yeah.
Low,
still.
George, would you have predicted
yeah.
that at the start of the year? Lowest average film, Rebel Moon. That's
No,
actually kind of crazy. That's a 2.1.
That's a tough one to see.
Wavelength at a half star. Skinamarink at 1 star. I know a certain portion of our audience will love that. Same with Knight of Cups at 1
United
star.
becomes the 3 films
Trilogy.
they love. That's great.
I
That's
think
Skinamarink
Owen
posted
loves the
was
box
kinda
too. I think.
Yeah,
so.
Owen loves that.
That Skinamarink
I
posted
watched
was
the
kinda
box
hard,
because Owen tweeted about it, and I was like, all right, let me take a look.
Is that the one by the guy who did Donnie Darko?
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard Kelly, I think it is.
So
I haven't seen
nice.
it. Okay, yeah. Haunted Mansion.
I
So
can't
fucking-
believe Haunted Mansion has that high of a rating.
It's so shit.
2.6 is too high for sure.
So
Yeah.
shit.
And that's about it for you. So final stats were 999.1 hours.
Damn,
You need
so
to hit the
much.
1,000
One
this year.
more movie.
If you had one more movie, you would have gotten the
Yeah,
99.9
and that includes
plus.
the 10-hour paint drying movie.
Oh, does it say,
yeah,
does it say
okay.
999 plus or and not 1,000?
It says 9.
Yeah.
No, I think that's just on the Wrapped though, because if you go on your actual one, it says the hours.
I don't think it gets past 1,000.
it
It
does.
does.
On the
It does. You'll see
does.
on mine. You'll see
the
on
actual
mine.
stats it does. Yeah.
Cam stats
Yeah, low year.
541.8.
That's all right.
You really bumped the stats up at the back end of the year.
I mean,
November,
yeah,
December.
it was a big like that's kind of where I took my break. I wasn't really watching movies
Mondays and
either,
Tuesdays.
like hanging out.
You have the very logical 9 to 5 workers
Yeah, they
movie
were not
schedule. This
kind
is
to
very
Yeah,
yeah.
fair.
As the
That's fair,
weekend
'cause
gets closer, the movie watching goes up.
Because
You
Thursday
actually
would be the
ended-
day I like watch a movie in theaters or something. Yeah, it makes
You
sense.
ended on your favorite film of the year and started on probably your worst film of the year. It's kind of crazy.
I think it is my lowest rated. I
Mhm.
think that's the point, man. That's the whole point
Yeah,
of the
but-
year.
yeah,
You
but
get
the last
better
film-
throughout the year.
To watch a new release and it be your number one of the year is
Hey man,
Crazy. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Everything Everywhere at Once. The 2.
What the
Wait, you've seen
hell
Iron Claw
is-
twice, Cam?
yeah, I watched it with myself, and then I watched it with Emma.
Oh,
Which
nice.
with
What-
myself by
what
myself.
with
You,
you?
you both don't be
Hell yeah.
watching movies. Only
Huh?
3 times?
I don't like.
Hey,
dude,
I
I
didn't
don't
watch
have.
Highway
I don't
5
have.
times.
I don't
You're
have
great.
time. I don't have time. Yeah,
Yeah,
Five
that's
Nights at
fair.
Freddy's twice. I don't have time to watch movies in general. So like, I can't.
I didn't know what
always
that
spend them
poster
doing
was, Cal.
rewatches.
I had
Five
no
Nights
idea
at
what that
Freddy's
poster was.
twice. Yeah, I watched that by myself. I keep saying that, and then with Emma. So that's awesome. I already
Well,
started.
Cam,
I've
you
already
need
gotten
to get your
across the
international
Spider-Verse
watches
one.
up. You need to get your international
I guess,
watches. up.
yeah, probably. I don't watch enough movies to like.
you need to watch Anatomy of a Fall
watch
before you
one,
submit your
yeah.
ballot, except that would count in French.
Yeah, well,
So,
we get it up.
wouldn't-
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry to my overseas and different language speaking fans. I don't have any, so it's fine.
Watch it. Honestly, I thought I was expecting more rewatches from you. Look at this.
Damn, that's
What was
Oh
the
shit! No, that's a
Um,
score
what
though.
was
What was the one thing you didn't fucking review?
Yeah, what's
'cause
the one thing
put
you
a
didn't
score for everything?
Man, I put a review
Press
for
it.
everything.
Wait, press it.
Can you see?
It doesn't
you
let
Fuck
you.
no.
I'll have to go find
It's not
it.
open or
then.
anything.
Did you add a score for everything?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess I didn't, but even like this year when I did the Star Wars like fan film, I still reviewed it.
Was
Saying,
it a
like,
short film? But maybe like a
I'm
really
trying
short
to
film.
think, man. I should be 100%. It's kind of bullshit.
This is a great year for your rating spread, though. I like to see the half being the lowest because
mine's
that's
like the
rare
same.
for you. Yeah, but Cam, like his overall stats is like his half star is like one of his top like bars. Like I'm glad to see he's even down a bit.
Yeah, of course.
What is Jason O'Mara?
Oh,
Is
this
he
is-
the most
yeah.
This is just the Harry Potter. Like, there's so many Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
no, exactly. I watched all the Harry Potters last year, but Jason O'Mara is in all of the. I went through the DC animated universe last year, and he's Batman in them, so he's in every single one. So that makes sense. And then,
Rest in peace, Robbie Coltrane
Yeah,
and Alan
rip.
Rickman.
yeah, shout out them. But yeah, that was the Star Wars, or sorry, not Star Wars. Harry Potter rewatch right there.
Are Sam Liu and Jay Oliva Star Wars short film guys? What
No,
are they?
the
DC
animated universe, but
Or,
Sam
yeah.
Liu, I also think is Fast and Furious for some, or maybe not. Maybe he's just DCAU. Okay, and then Justin Lin might be the Fast and Furious. He's done a couple of those, so he was my number one for a while. But yeah, the DCAU was what I watched the most this year. Like I just binged through all of them. They're fine.
Your most liked review of the year is I'm Oppen Hard. It's hard.
95 out of 100.
Hell yeah, it was.
2023 ranked exclamation point is your most liked list.
Hell yeah. Yep, there it
Ooh,
is.
big fan
what
of the
was
year
that,
without
Food
Santa
Fight?
Claus.
Oh my god, you put wait.
Year without Santa Claus's peak, man. Food
What's the
Fight.
fourth film?
I'm in love with Church Girl.
No, sorry,
it is?
the
Is
rated
that
higher
the-
than
that's the
average.
Meg.
The Meg, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah.
3.5. It's higher than average.
Alright.
The Grinch. I like that Grinch. I've said it before.
I
like that
thought Grinch was
better.
alright.
Oh, come here. Yeah, I like that Grinch. It's my favorite for some reason. Lower than average, yeah. Fuck Beautiful Boy.
I didn't think you were that low on it on the pot. I thought you gave like a 3 on our real quick review, but you gave
No,
it 2. I guess.
44.
I get it, to be fair.
It's
Pretty
fine.
good.
No, I understand why people like it. Yeah, Bo is Afraid is low. Makes sense. Hell yeah.
Oh, world map.
World map is the US. That makes sense.
You got a couple other countries in there. Selling yourself a bit short.
That's fair.
Lastly, just go through mine quick.
Big dog. Show me
Well, one
those
of mine
hours.
is going to be the. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. That's my diary. Share this tab.
Show me the hours.
So it's gonna be skewed because of the ship movie, the logistics.
my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Jesus.
Yeah, but that movie was like 60 hours or whatever. I can't remember.
Oh,
what it
you
was.
logged. Oh, yeah, you logged the.
Yeah, the logistics because I watched the
yeah.
whatever like the 90-minute cut of it, but that's
I
what
mean,
Sunlight
that's
about.
still
That's
2100
impressive. You
without
still
it.
have over 2,000 hours. That's really impressive.
This is what I'm most proud of. The 737 diary entries for 737 reviews.
I'm keen to see your rewatches actually on top of that. What week in January was that?
That was Sundance. Sundance, you got to be
Oh,
built
yeah,
different
cool.
for film
Yeah,
festivals.
yeah.
Pretty standard throughout the week. Friday being the highlight, and then
Yours
NFL
is
Sunday
really
kind of
even.
lower. Pretty
Yours makes
even.
sense.
Try to be consistent. Solid bookend of the year before sunrise to Perfect Days.
Nice.
Rewatched La La Land 5 times. Guardians
No
3, 4.
surprise.
Little Women 3. Holdovers 3. About Time 3 makes sense. Eurovision 3.
That's not bad. That's understandable.
French 8 French language films. That seems high. I don't know, but
I like it.
let's see. Watches versus rewatches. So 530 of my 737
actually-
films were watches, and then
That's higher than I
207
thought.
rewatches.
For,
Higher
rewatch.
rewatches than you thought?
Yeah, because I know you focused a lot on like watching new shit, so I thought.
Yeah.
it'd be lower.
Yeah, 237 2023 releases.
That reviewed thing is so nice.
That
Yeah,
is
100%.
gorgeous.
Love keeping it that way.
I've already failed.
Sylvester Stallone in the one.
Why
Let's
is
see
he
what. So I watched
15?
the whole Rocky franchise.
Did you watch the
He's in the
Expendables?
Guardians movies, the Expendables franchise. Was he in the Fast movies? No.
Not fast.
How the hell did they not get him in those?
Shea
But-
Wiggum at 13.
Shout out Shea Wiggum.
He's just in everything, man. It's just Silver
he
Linings Playbook, the Mission Impossible movie. He's just always just
Oh
supporting
yeah.
actor.
I forgot he's in Mission
Big
Impossible.
Jason Bateman fan as well.
Adam Sandler based. Love it.
Shout out Jason Schwartzman, biggest actor of 2023.
Oh my god! Shout out your highest watched director. That's crazy.
Shyamalan in the one.
Robert
Love to see
Rodriguez,
that.
7 films.
Yeah, because I watched the Spy Kids movies and Hypnotic. A lot of bad stuff.
A lot of good
Um,
stuff. Yeah.
Most liked reviews: Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Rated higher than average: Eurovision, Game Night, Big Sick, Scream 4, Psycho remake, and Titanic. Lower than average: Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift, Sound of Freedom,
I can't believe you watched
Lemon,
Tokyo Drift sucks.
Transformers, Hobbs and Shaw, and The Sun. God, The
Boo
Sun
you
is-
for that
that
Hobbs and
the-
Shaw take. Hobbs and Shaw is
Tyler,
good.
is that the is the
No.
Sun the Florian Zeller one that came
Yeah,
out?
so bad.
Yeah. I'm not watching that.
Yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
So there's our Letterboxd stats. I know there's several comments that are asking to see kind of where we all stacked up.
Good year, good.
We'll be back in 2025 with our 2024 year in review, and we'll see how things have changed. Hopefully, some tweaks. Cam can bump up some international numbers, maybe.
Do we think we'll
We'll
do?
see. I'll try to do better this year, guys.
Everyone can bump up their diary numbers. That's
We-
my goal for all of you.
Do we think we'll do better this year or worse, like individually in terms of film watching? Do you
What
think
was
we'll do
my
better or worse?
highest like watched
Worse.
week? I'm seeing.
You
I'm
think you'll
seeing
do
if I've
worse? Are
already
you doing
clicked it.
Sundance this year, Tyler?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I think I'll do worse. I'm just not like because especially on like new releases, I'm not going to force. New
I think
releases.
with my work now and how much time, I think I'll do worse. I
Yeah.
watch anyone. I think have we got like targets? I think one a day this year is good for me. I know I did like 500 last year, but I think this year is going to be harder. So 365 is probably my target for this year.
Yeah, I think one a day is a good average because there'll be obviously like probably several days a week that I'm not going to watch any, and then maybe like a Saturday, Sunday, maybe throw
My
in 3 or
highest
something.
watched week of last year was 12, so I've already eclipsed that. I'll be right.
Where do
back.
you see that? Sorry, is it in the?
It's in the stats.
me
But
just check
we
mine.
all were higher than
It's like
that.
one of the graphs.
Yeah,
I actually want to. Tyler, do you want to guess mine?
27.
I don't think it'd be as high as that. I think George, what was yours? You had a crazy
27,
week.
27 was mine.
Oh shit! Keep talking. I'll get up.
Yeah, mine was 33, but just only because of Sundance because you just had to pack so much in.
Mine. Okay, mine was. Bro, mine was 16. Mine was
So
16.
that seems low for you.
It does, doesn't it? That does seem
Yeah.
low for me. June 16. That's actually kind of
I
shit.
swear, every time I open.
And that's Black
Letterboxd,
Mirror
it's-
episodes, George.
Yeah.
That's like no, but I watched that was when the new
Mm.
season of Black Mirror come out. So that wasn't even 16 films.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
short, I guess, short
the
film,
fuck?
like
Oh,
episode.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 15 was the highest then. That's
Yeah, to wrap up the episode, we're gonna do a draft of building the best perfect movie of the year. Cam's gonna get the first pick, but I'll explain what it is. So we're gonna draft a director, a lead actor, supporting actress, cinematography, and score from
Nice.
2023, and to see like who can get the best collection. Like we're not trying to build like a movie in our mind, like we're actually making like
This
a
will
real
work,
tangible
this will
movie.
work. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
more just like a collective
just the best
bunching of all the best of each elements of each. So we'll start. We were going to start with Cam. He's in the order, but I'm just going to veto him, and he's going to go to the back because he's not here right now.
element.
So Seth, you now get the first pick.
Oh, that's so it's okay. So I'm gonna go because I know that this one won't come back to me, but I think another will. I'm gonna go with best actor. I'm gonna go Cillian Murphy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good. I'm going to share.
He actually,
something,
that's
so-
not a vote either way. He actually is my best actor. So, and I think that won't get back to me. I think that's all of my best actors, or at least like me and George maybe.
Oh yeah, do that. That's mine.
lead actor Cillian Murphy.
Is that yours, George?
My number one of the year. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah. So that wouldn't come out.
For sure.
George, your first pick.
I'm gonna go director Christopher Nolan,
Yeah.
obviously.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know. There's so many directions I could go here. I'm gonna go. Man, I don't know.
It is tough.
I don't really have I'm just gonna go Oppenheimer score just because I don't really know exactly what I want. I feel like it's just a safe pick. Cam, you get back to backs.
I don't care about any of these the way I feel like I cared about a lot of things last year. Do you guys agree or disagree with that?
I agree.
I feel like I was really behind Stephanie Sue winning best
I
supporting
had
actress.
I had
You
a
were really behind
Banshees.
Carrie Condon.
You had Everything Ever at Once.
Yeah, and I think this year for me, my Stephanie Sue, but I don't even think he's going to get nominated, will be Zac Efron for lead actor.
So I was contemplating going there for him too.
Yeah. Also, I like this, like pulling up the
it's better.
screen.
Now we can see it as well.
Yeah. Also, just an idea, we could do this for like a real quick with like a tier maker list, and we could like tier the things and you can see them right on
Yeah,
screen.
we could do some tier lists for real quick.
There's an
Yeah.
idea. All right. So
You
next
get another.
yeah. Supporting actor, again, I think one that I'm going to push for will be Mr. Robert Downey Jr.
Iron Man.
Yeah, of course. I do think he has the best performance of the year for supporting actors, but I have to push for it even more just because he's Iron Man. So I feel like I gotta get behind that one.
There's an Oscars prediction app I got just to make easier lists for all my predictions for each award. And
Nice.
I was like moving Robert Downey Jr. down pretty far on the supporting actor, putting others above him. Then I like sat and thought about it for a second. I'm like, no, like Robert Downey Jr. is fantastic. I think it's been a while since I've seen Oppenheimer. So I'm like, I don't know why I was pushing him down so far because he was so damn good.
Totally stealing that app from me. Thanks.
Yeah, it's I think like the Oscars expert. He's pretty active on Twitter and YouTube. I think they created that.
It's like his app. Oh, cool.
I believe
I've
so.
seen that. Yeah.
There's some glitches in it, but overall it's good.
I've definitely seen that person on Twitter. I actually don't know now that I'm like thinking about it. I know what his profile picture looks like. I don't know if that's him or if that's just like a stock image of
No, that's him. And he has like a twin brother, and they do like all the awards breakdowns.
Oh, cool.
God, yeah, like the same thing you're saying about like all the supporting actors and actresses and lead actors and actresses. All of them have like 3 that I would love to see win. So there's none I'm like really like, yes, this guy, like Killian's probably the only one I'm like, this guy I for sure want to win. But even that, like Paul Giamatti and Zac Efron. So it's like, I'm not just like, it's just been a good year in terms of pretty well-rounded, but cinematography, I guess I'll go Oppenheimer as well. I don't know. Like I'm more just hoping other people take directors and actors and actresses so I can just like pick off
can
the
be
remaining
easier.
ones.
No, I get that.
George, you're next.
Next, I'll take my lead actress and I'll go Emma Stone.
I gotta go like look at my nominees now to see who I picked.
Seth, you get back to back.
All right. Tyler, remind me, is Lily Gladstone going for supporting or
lead?
Okay, I'll go Lily Gladstone for my lead actress then.
All right, and then you get another pick.
I'll go Scorsese, the director.
Yeah. Figure that's where you're going.
Yeah.
I was gonna pick him, but it's I mean, I'm not as high as Killers of the Flower Moon as other people, so I felt like it'd be out of bad faith to pick him when other people like the movie more. George, next pick.
I'll take that Across the Spider-Verse score.
You fucking asshole, man. and there's like only one score I wanted other than Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was the clear one. Only one score I wanted.
There's so many good scores this year.
No, I agree.
Man, was it you that just tweeted about it yesterday, the score? Like you're like
that's the soundtrack. Does that really count like in score?
No, that's different.
No,
yeah.
Different.
So I tweeted about the soundtrack because I did rewatch it and it's just that soundtrack hits so hard.
Oh, we should have done soundtrack as well. Shit,
it's
great soundtrack.
Add it before my pick.
Too late. My pick, I'll go Paul Giamatti in lead actor.
Is that who you're pushing for this year? I guess.
I mean, Killian is who I'm pushing for, but number 2 would be Paul Giamatti. Cam, back to back.
That was
I don't know. Yeah, I think for supporting actress, I think the next big pick, I want Rachel McAdams to win.
Oh,
so,
great pick.
Yeah, thank you.
I should have picked her.
I'll go with her. And I knew Tyler would want her, and I don't think she goes 2 more picks, so I think I need her now.
Yeah, you're right.
And then lead actress, I'm pretty high on Carey Mulligan, so we'll go Carey Mulligan for Maestro. She's my number 1.
She'd be my number 2. Yeah, she was really, really good.
Yeah, I'm pretty high on her. So,
all right, back to me. I'll go with supporting actor Charles Melton.
No, fuck, that's my next pick. That's annoying.
I do not.
It's a really
like
good
the
pick.
appeal of his performance.
Pulled up my handy dandy. Oh wait, yeah. Shout out this app, Oscars app. Just got all my categories and my rankings for each category. It's real nifty. It's called Award Expert. George, next pick.
Next pick, I'm going to go supporting actor, and I'm going to take Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone together once again.
Yeah, that's a goated pairing.
Back to back for Seth.
All right, I'll go. I'm not supporting actress. Like, she won't win anything. I'm fairly positive, but she'd be my pick under. Oh, actually, she'd be my number one now. Gladstone is lead, and that's Penelope Cruz.
Yep.
Did you
already
already
had to
type? Did you already type that?
I know.
That's great.
I
You
know where
know
you're
me.
going. Yeah.
Crazy.
Hell yeah.
And for tricky one, I'm gonna take my favorite score of the year, probably other than
Trying to clip it.
Oppenheimer.
I saw that. Yeah.
I saw that.
Other than Oppenheimer, Boy and the Heron. I'll say Boy and the Heron score.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Good one.
Such a good score. That's like I didn't love The Boy and the Heron as much as most people.
Ghibli do
but
not miss with their scores.
That
I don't know
score,
who- I can't
Joe
remember the guy-
Joe
Hisashi.
Hisashi. Something.
Hisashi. Yeah, he's fucking amazing.
So good, so good. George just won. Yeah, George's pick.
Yeah.
Lead actor, supporting actress, or cinematography.
Gonna take my cinematography next, and I'll go the creator.
Yeah.
I'm really building aesthetic here. That's my thing.
Mhm.
I'm building La La Land.
With some sci-fi visuals.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I need director, lead actress, supporting actress. Yeah, you know what? Shout out Kaylee Spaney. I've been shouting from the rooftops week after week that she's my favorite acting performance of the year for
She's in
female
my top.
supporting or lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably not going to get nominated, but I loved her.
She should do.
Cam,
Alright.
back to
Yep.
back.
Back to back, not finishing it out just yet, but getting close. So I think for cinematography, you got to guess, Tyler. I mean, you've seen my ballot, so
Oh, cinematography. I don't
you
know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll go with Barbie. I think that was one of the highs of the movie.
I could have
like
picked
Barbie. Yeah.
70 things. That
That
would
was
have been
my
71st pick.
That was
I
my
wouldn't.
second
Yeah, I
on
wouldn't have
that.
guessed that for Barbie at all.
That was my second on cinematography.
Yeah.
I did forget about The Killer. I'll be honest. I think that might be higher, but my bad, everybody.
Score or director?
Score. No, we'll go with director. Just give me Takashi Yamazaki. He's gonna make a Godzilla movie with this cast. I'm in for it. I think he'd eat.
It's crazy that we live in a world right now where both Takashi Yamazaki and Chad Zaleski are both saying like we would love to do Star Wars, and like if Star
Oh,
Wars
yeah.
fumbles that bag,
Yeah, they're gonna fumble.
Fucking
both
idiot.
bags.
They will, man. They're idiots.
Oh, did he say
All
that
of
as
them.
well? I didn't even
Yeah.
see. that.
yeah.
I trust Dave Filoni. Maybe he's not as big of an idiot. We'll see.
Director, I will go Wes Anderson.
Nice.
Yes, great pick.
Wow.
And George, you have either lead actor or supporting actress.
Yeah, lead actor. I'll take DiCaprio.
Nice.
He's in my
Good pick.
turn. He's in my turn.
And Seth, finish it off with your supporting actor and cinematography.
Cinematography, I'll go The Killer. That's my number one of the year. Biggest ReelTok snub. Did that get snubbed? I can't remember if it did now.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
did.
It was pretty
Crazy.
snubbed.
Crazy. Because that is cinematography. It's like some of the shots there are
Yeah.
unbelievable.
It was pretty
Mhm.
snubbed.
And then my supporting actor. Anyone want to guess? Tyler, specifically you?
De Niro.
No, actually, I'd probably go Jason Schwartzman.
Nice. Really.
Yeah, really liked him.
I like.
De Niro would probably be second behind him, I'd say. But
Could have sworn it was gonna be Batista for Guardians.
yeah, that's a good pick. Or
Mm.
Batista for Knock at the
For
Cabin.
Knock at
Although
the
actually
Cabin.
he'd be
That'd be
lead.
lead.
Would he be
Mhm.
lead?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be, wouldn't
Yeah,
George, supporting actress.
yeah. Got to take my girl, obviously, Miss Alyssa Sutherland.
he? I'd still pull him for it, Josh.
I
Still
don't
love
think
it.
that's not a
Still
super.
put it.
Last year the race was really tight for supporting actress, and maybe this one is tighter, but I think Divine Joy Randolph.
Devine, she's like the seems like
I
the
think
clear
she's
like
kind of
Is she the
she's
favorite
like
for
kind
it?
of the Kie Kwan. Of
yeah,
this
she's
year.
like the only
Oh, she-
category right now that like every single award show under the sun is like giving her the win. Rachel McAdams
Yeah.
gets a couple, but it's really just down between those two.
Yeah.
Are the
Divine Joy
Golden
Randolph.
Globes today?
Yeah, today.
Oh shit.
Yeah, today.
Oh,
But
interesting.
I don't know. I'm never that excited about
I don't give a shit.
Golden
about
Globes.
the
Devine Joy Randolph is going to be my final pick for supporting actress. She's my favorite supporting actress of the year.
Yeah.
And then Cam, your
Um,
score.
My score, I'll go with Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yes.
It
That's my
had a
third.
really good score.
Yes.
I feel like or I saw a tweet the other day that was like, man, we're getting into the best season of the year. It's like Golden Globes this week,
I saw that.
something next month,
Everyone's-
and
yeah,
then
Emmys are
Oscars
next
the
week.
month after. Emmys next week, sure, and then
Yeah.
something's next month, the BAFTAs, I think, and then Oscars the month after. And I'm like, man, I don't care about any of those.
Emmys are so weird because the Emmys are in like 2 weeks, but I saw like
But they've
last night
already
they were
announced
tweeting-
winners.
So
They
many
announced
winners have been
winners.
Yeah, I
announced.
saw the winners.
Yeah.
They just like announced winners without
Last
like, I
night
don't
was
know.
the non-televised like creativity stuff.
Yeah,
it's
So like
really
there was
weird.
an Emmy for like best title card. Shout out The Last of Us for winning.
Oh yeah, I
But-
saw that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
yeah.
like stuff like that. It's like
Hey,
it's
that one
basically what
deserved
the
to win.
it's literally what the Oscars did 2 years
Like
ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
When they didn't air a lot of the tech categories.
And
That's
I didn't
pretty
know
much
that
what it is.
people lost their
And
shit.
people lost their shit.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I won't read all these off. You can see them on your screen on both Spotify and YouTube. You can see all of our stack rankings right there. But overall, these are all some pretty incredible movies. Let us know who you think is a better pick for kind of conglomerating all these director, lead actor, lead actress, supporting, and cinematography and score for movies of this year. But that's been kind of our way to wrap up 2023, put a bow on it in a more creative way than just kind of, ranking all our stuff, because trying to keep it a little bit fresh. And then, of course, next week is the ReelTok Awards that you can still submit your ballot for. So make sure you go do that.
until the 12th, right?
So I will be closing off voting on
People have asked.
January 12th, Friday night. That'll be the last time you get your votes in. So go watch The Holdovers, watch Anatomy of a Fall, watch the movies that some people might not have seen before submitting your ballot. You got time.
Pirate the Iron Claw if you have
Yeah.
to, people,
Yeah.
because it needs more respect from.
Is
I
that 12
understand.
a.m. Tyler? Friday?
Yeah, so like Saturday morning, like
Okay.
for UK time, it'd be like early Saturday morning.
Yeah. So 5 p.m. 5 a.m.
You got time.
Mhm.
You got time.
Yeah, and then so next week's gonna be the ReelTok Awards, and then the week after that, I figured we should do like a look to 2024, like do our draft of like most anticipated of the year again, so we can look back on it. I was gonna try to pack that all in this week, but there's so just nothing burgers of movies coming out that it's fine waiting 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
And then we're also gonna do what one of our patrons in the Discord suggested, doing like a fantasy box office draft that I kind of mentioned a bit last week. But
yeah.
I think 2 weeks from now, since we're January, there's just nothing coming out. I mean, if there's stuff like Society of the Snow, we'll kind of touch on it, but next week's ReelTok Awards. The week after that, we'll do our kind of like 2024 preview. And I also put in there, we got to discuss the new ReelTok collection soon, because we've got a lot of changes to it. I feel like we should have like a new criteria for it. I feel like if it ever wins a Best Picture ReelTok Award, it should be an automatic entry. It's like winner this year plus After Sun automatically in.
Ooh, I like
5 stars
Yeah.
from all 4 of us. Obviously, are going to be in.
At
And
any time, though, I think at least at one, like we're doing now. I think it was because we change ratings all the time. If it was 5-star from all of us at one point,
Yeah.
remain
Once
in the
it's
collection.
in, it's in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I think we should each get like a selection of like 2 or 3 that we can add in. Like everyone else has to have at least 4 or above, but like it can be like your personal favorites, but you can't just throw in something that like everyone else hates. I feel like something like that would be fun, like to make it more broad and diverse.
Yeah.
We should mention as well, none of us saw Night Swim this week because I'm not going to see that shit.
Yeah, none of us saw
Yeah.
Night Swim.
I did
was
come
gonna-
out.
I was gonna watch Good Grief,
well.
and then I was like, ugh.
Have you seen the
Not
reviews?
bad.
It's like a 2. It's like a 2, I
Yeah,
think,
it's
on
getting
Letterboxd.
shredded.
It's got like
Night Swim does.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
I'm
They
sorry,
got-
Blumhouse. What the fuck are they
Yeah.
doing, man? They're so like every film that comes
They've
out.
gone to the shitter. They've
You know, you
I
look
mean,
down
it's
there.
January. January's shit for movies in general, but especially shit for horror.
You know, when you look down like Blumhouse, though, not just harp on this, the only good films have been like realistically, the only great films have been like
Get Out.
Jordan Peele's,
yeah.
and then like a couple of others. Like I think like Split was in it. I think Whiplash was Blumhouse, was it not? Was it?
Maybe, I don't know, but they used to
But,
be
like,
a lot
all-
stronger than they are
all
now.
of them are like since like 2017, 2018. They're just shit. Like
That's
so many
January,
bad
man.
films.
That's
Really, really
January.
bad.
Our real quick draft on Thursday is going to be a draft of the worst movies starring the best actors. And then our real quick review on Friday is going to be Michael Mann's Heat. So shout out to our executive producers before we close off here. 7 Mod Jeffy, Adam Hudgens, AJ Quigley, Al Bodie, Alexander Biscardi, Alexander Kephart, Benjamin Vetch, Brom Vitz, Connor Connaughton, Dakota Buckner, Dean Cotamanidis, Dylan Shipp, Ferdinando Four, Hamish Edwards, Isaiah Anthony Villa, James Magos, Jimmy O'Connor, Jordan Gagg, Josh Hines, Casper Lundberg, Mac Wells, Marcellus, Matthew Bradley, Mitchell Glenn, Mohammed Mohsen, Reese David, Rocco 1.0, Russell Hone, Robert Leo Gislason, Sam's 43, Sean Morales, Stefan Johnson, Tad and Bougie, Trey Artsy, Will Kim, and Eunice BBX. Shout out to all of you. Go check our Patreon out in the description down below, of course, as always, to vote on the ReelTok Awards and so many other great things. And with that, we will see you on Thursday. Peace.